It's the happiest place on earth, or at least here in the Phoenix Valley. Disney night at GCU Arena, and the Lopes fans are hoping this is the place where dreams come true. As GCU continues to search for that elusive first victory of the season with Arkansas Pine Bluff in town tonight. And when you wish upon a star, well, great things happen, like Division I men's basketball coming your way here on Fox 10 Extra. Welcome to the Lopes Pregame Show. I'm Kate Longworth. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Now, GCU, uncharacteristically, has gone out there, dropped a couple games at home to open the season, and then earlier this week they lost at San Diego State. But now, starting tonight, they embark on a month play where they don't even have a true road game. They have a couple tournaments sprinkled in, but a lot of action happening right here at GCU Arena. So they go out there and hope to establish that home court advantage and also get on a winning streak. And they want to be a winning team this year. So speaking of a winning team, it seems only appropriate now we would bring in our winning broadcast team. Barry Patel, Scott Williams will be with you all night calling the action. Guys, the team is back home. It's Disney night. I believe the stage is set for a victory, right?
Yeah, they're all ready to go, and it's time for a victory. You can sense this team is extremely hungry to get one in the win column after a tough loss at San Diego State.
Yeah, there was a tough loss. I mean, they just keep getting themselves off to slow starts in that first half. Players getting in foul trouble. They're falling behind early. They're not able to go to their normal game plan, playing a bunch of guys off the bench that aren't used to playing together, and it's showing in their play.
Final score 86-61. You look at the field goal percentage. San Diego State, good team. It'll be fun to watch the Aztecs this season to see how well they did. Points in the paint, assists, bench points, all in favor of the Aztecs.
Yeah, that's why they shot such a high field goal percentage. They were constantly driving the ball right at the Lopes. If they weren't getting fouled, they were laying the ball in the bucket. I mean, a ton of assists. They really moved the ball well. And then the bench points. They just had a huge contribution off their bench, but obviously the Lopes being short-handed right now, they're just not as deep as most teams.
A shining star early on has been the fab freshman from Shadow Mountain, Javon Blackshear with a double-double.
Javon Blackshear has been absolutely tremendous in these first three basketball games. He's got a nose for the ball, really goes after it hard on the defensive end, and he really loves beating himself from the left to the right side of the floor, back to that elbow area to knock down his jumpers. Finished with a double-double, 14 and 10. First freshman in D1 history at GCU, averaged getting double figures in every game.
Another guy that stood out in that losing effort, and he's played pretty well, is Lorenzo Jenkins at 15 against the Aztecs.
He's a real bright spot for this team. Didn't know much about this kid coming in. Shows the ability to shoot the long ball from the outside. He's also good around the boards, getting on that offensive glass, getting those extra possessions. If he's got time to get his feet set, he will stretch that defense.
So Lorenzo Jenkins, as mentioned, 15 points in that game. He's stepped up for the Lopes. But the two guys we're kind of waiting on, right? The preseason WAC first teamers, Carlos Johnson, who, you know, last year it took him a little while. They were bringing him in off the bench, and then he really kicked it into gear. And Alessandro Laver. These two guys have to start to dominate.
Yeah, they got to get it in gear. They have not been able to get a rhythm and a flow to their game. Mostly Laver, because of foul troubles, got him on the pine, and Carlos Johnson seems to be searching how to play with his new teammates rather than just going out there and being aggressive and putting his head down and taking it hard to the rack.
The SWAC comes back in. The Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions in town. They're 0-2. They've been rocked as they travel out on the road. Boy, the SWAC, they travel everywhere before their season starts. First 14 of their 15 away from Pine Bluff. They lose big at USF. They lose big at Gonzaga. But Sean Doss is a guy to look after.
Yeah, Gonzaga really put it to them. This is their first of another three-game stretch. They got a good kid in Sean Doss, number 21. Is a junior guard. He averaged over 13 points a game, right around 13 points a game, 4.2 rebounds per game. He's an all SWAC second-team selection this year. He's quiet, but he has embraced the role of team leader. Got a good mid-range game, can shoot the three, but prefers to slash to the basket.
We'll keep an eye on Sean Doss and the Golden Lions coming in here. They would love to spoil the Lopes here as they return back home before they also take on Montana State on Tuesday before traveling to St. Thomas Virgin Islands for the Paradise Jam. But that'll set things up here from courtside back up to 110 and Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, you referenced how the Golden Lions are spending the first couple months of their season on the road. Meanwhile, the Lopes had their first game of the season on the road. And sometimes it's that first road trip where a team can really come together. Scott, what do you think from a player's perspective that first road game can do from chemistry? And Barry, I think we've seen evidence in the past of different teams we've covered, or right here with the Lopes basketball team, where you see some growth from that first road trip. What are you hoping plays out tonight?
Well, I think it was an absolute perfect time for a road game. I know they didn't get the victory, but with so many new players and faces and guys from different areas, you got to learn to bond with your teammates. You might find something that you have in common when you're breaking bread out of the road, or maybe on a bus headed to arena, or on the flight back. Maybe you love a love for animals or hunting or fishing or something that you enjoy doing. Sometimes it's those personal experiences that you share away from the court that helps you bond more together. Once you get on the floor, you fight a little harder to the guy to your right or your left.
It's sitting at the airport, right? It's on those plane rides. A lot of times they are charters for some of those pro teams to really bond, play some cards. It's the team meals. It's the team meetings in the hotels. It's just time together, right? And as Coach Marley said after that loss at San Diego State, this needs to be a player-led team, and these guys need to step up, and some of these players definitely need to step up and take the lead.
Yeah, we're definitely still waiting to see who will reveal themselves as the leader of this Lopes squad heading into the 2019-20 season. Maybe tonight will be the night here, Disney night at GCU Arena. And when we come back, no, it's not Walt Disney, but he's pretty much that kind of a big deal. We're talking Coach Marley, and he goes one-on-one with our Barry Buchel right after this. We'll be back with more Lopes pregame show right here on Fox 10 Extra.
November is known for Thanksgiving and Black Friday sales. Sanderson Ford is changing Black Friday to Blue Friday to show our support for law enforcement. Purchase a new Expedition with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $7,000 cash back. Save 20% off on EcoSport, Escape, Edge, Fusion, and Fiesta. Similar savings on over 500 trucks in stock. Plus, get a Ring doorbell to help protect your family and our community. Don't miss the Blue Friday sales event on now at Sanderson Ford.
When my hot water heater failed, she was pregnant, in-laws were coming, a little bit of water, it rocked our world.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
We called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
Welcome back to the Lopes pregame show as you take a look at the upcoming schedule for men's basketball. Tuesday, the final home game against Montana State before the team travels to St. Thomas Virgin Islands. They'll be facing Valparaiso, a couple of other teams as well before returning at the end of the month on the 30th against Purdue Fort Wayne. As I mentioned, the Lopes pregame show continuing here from GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes take on Arkansas Pine Bluff. I'm joined by the head coach of the Lopes, Dan Marley. And Coach, coming back from a tough one at San Diego State, a team that they were looking for some revenge because you guys had owned them for about 3 or 4 games in a row.
Yeah, they were, and they're a really good team, very talented, and they kind of took it to us. So we're kind of in a rough spot right now. We understand that. Lost 2 home games. Obviously, the Davenport was very disappointing. Illinois is a very good team. And then San Diego State is a superior team, and that's a hard place to play. So, our kind of a theme right now is just find a way. We just got to find a way to win a game and then just move from there, get our confidence back a little bit. We've been working hard, and we just got to keep grinding.
I know I was looking at some of your quotes after the game, and I know it's an emotional thing as you try to kind of get things righted here for this team right off the get-go, but you're looking for a player-led team. Are you looking for somebody to maybe step up and take a leadership role?
Well, I'm just looking for guys to be as passionate as the coaching staff is right now. And, right now, well, yeah, and it's no secret that we're a little depleted right now, but we have to have our guys go out and, like I say, just find a way. And that's, coming to practice, ready to go, giving it your all. Taking care of business, and then on the floor really sharing the basketball, moving it. There were spots at San Diego State where we played in stretches really well and we shared the ball, and then we kind of get a little bit selfish and we look to score, maybe take it upon ourselves to get us out of that rut, and that's not how we're going to do it. We got to share the basketball, trust each other, trust the system, and continue to fight.
One positive right off the get-go has been the freshman Javon Blackshear. He had a double-double in the game, and he's played very well.
Yeah, it's not a surprise. Javon's a heck of a player, has been for a long time. You don't win 4 state championships without being a competitor, and we knew that coming in. So put a lot on his shoulders, but he's played great. You know, I asked every one of our guys in the locker room to go out and get 10 rebounds, and he actually did it. So he's got to continue to improve. He's got to get other guys involved, take his shot when it's available. Play really, you know, he's a great defensive player, but we're kind of holding him back a little bit because we can't get him in foul trouble. So he's got to do a good job, especially tonight. He's keeping the ball in front of him along with the other guys, but just continue to get better and play the way he's been playing.
Another guy that stepped up was Lorenzo Jenkins. He had 15 points in the game.
Yeah, Lorenzo is kind of feeling his way. He's a really good shooter. He's got to use his big body and get in the post sometimes and really crash the boards and get more rebounds. But he's got to find out what his shot is, where he's going to be effective on the floor. And as most fifth-year seniors who transfer, it's going to take him a little while to find his way with our team. But he's done a good job as of late.
And this past week, when you talk about those recruits that are coming in, wow, that was probably the most at this point in time for an NLI that is coming in, led by Liam Lloyd and some others.
Well, it's led by a couple guys, but I'm really, really excited about the guys we have. I had a chance to go see Chance play.
There you go.
Yesterday at the facility here. Their team's here in the Valley playing. He is an electric guard, 1-2, very athletic, can really score it. Rashad is a local kid here who's at Pima now. He's a guy that can play 1, 2, and 3. Athletic, really can pass it, can handle it. Quincy is another guy, he's a 3-4, strong, very athletic. And you talk about Liam, who can come in and shoot, play different positions. So I am very excited about those 4 guys, not only because they're really good basketball players, but they're going to be unbelievable culture guys for how we're trying to build this program. Those 4 guys right there are going to want to be in the gym. We're going to work, are going to win, are going to share the basketball. And we're not done yet. We're going to sign some other guys, but those 4 guys I'm extremely excited about.
Well, you got to feel really good about these 4 guys coming in. Quincy is a guy a little bit older. He's coming from San Jose State via Pima Community College. He's about 6'7", I believe. And then Liam Lloyd is, his dad is the coach, a longtime coach of Gonzaga, 19 years as an assistant.
Yeah, Liam's a kid that's, watched us play and has been around the program a little bit and, loves the energy here. And as I said, as a coach's son, he's got a high IQ. All those guys have high IQs, can really shoot the basketball. But I can't say enough right now about Chance. I was really happy when I saw him play yesterday. Not only is he just a terrific kid, but can really put it on the floor, can handle it, can play point, can play 2, extremely athletic, can really shoot it. So all 4 of those guys are going to be great additions to our team.
All right, you're taking on Arkansas Pine Bluff tonight. A comment about taking on a SWAC team. You've pretty much owned the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
You jinx us.
I've kind of messed up this whole segment.
Like I said, whatever it's going to take. This is going to be a team that is also struggling right now, but they're going to come in and, from what we've seen on film, they're going to play mostly 2-3 zone that we haven't seen yet this year. So a little nervous about that. We're going to have to be able to move the basketball, make some outside shots, still find a way to get the ball inside to Ollie. They're going to spread you out on the offensive end. They're going to dribble drive. We got to keep guys in front. We can't get beat and get into rotations where they can make shots. So this is going to be another game that we're going to have to go out, and as I said, we just got to play hard. We got to play discipline, and we got just to play. I don't care if we win by 1 or 40. We just got to find a way to win a game
and share the basketball.
Yeah, and get our mojo back. This is, it's been a tough year, but we just got to. It's early. It's 3 games in, and I know everybody's a little bit down. But we're going to keep working, and I said, once we get a win, then I think we can start snowballing a little bit.
Get the snowball rolling. What a perfect time of the year for that. Good luck, Coach.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Head coach Dan Marley, our guest. Stay with us. Tim Nolan, the head coach of the women's volleyball squad, victorious earlier this afternoon. Their 23rd victory on the season. He sits down with Kate Longworth as we continue with the Lopes pregame show after this timeout.
As a teacher, your calling was always to make a difference and positively impact the future. You live with a deep sense of purpose and strive to inspire generations of change. GCU's online Masters of Education degree program gives you the skills you need to grow and develop your career, while also making sure you have time for yourself and your family. Today, you can learn anywhere and anytime, giving kids a look into the technological advances that pushed you forward. Being strong and compassionate makes you a role model through this formative period in their lives. You're not just inspiring future generations of leaders and innovators to reach for their dreams. You're giving them the tools they need to achieve them.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Welcome back. Disney night here on the Lopes pregame show as Arkansas Pine Bluff goes head-to-head with Grand Canyon University. The Lopes looking for that first win on the season. And I feel like there's a little magic in the house tonight. And not just because it's Disney night, because that could play out too. However, we have a winning coach sitting next to me right now here on the pregame show, women's volleyball head coach Tim Nolan. You guys made this court lucky earlier today, went out there, got the victory. Your 23rd win on the season, regular season play. Phenomenal season, coach. And I know coming into the season, the outside world maybe didn't predict you guys would go this far, do this well, but it seems like inside your core, you guys believe this. What was fueling the team's success?
You know, we knew we had something special. We'd said it all year. We thought we had the ability to win 20 matches. We hit that 20-match win streak on the road, and then we said we weren't done. We just have a good mix of senior leadership and a lot of young talent, surround that leadership with and just turn them loose on the court.
And we've talked the past couple of years, and I've talked with other coaches too. I know that the athletic teams here on campus, they pull for each other, but there's also some friendly competition, a little bragging rights. So when you guys set the Division I record for GCU, you did it with the 22 wins, but then you kept going, put the mark at 23. What does that mean to you guys?
It's great. I think it just means that women's volleyball is going to be nationally known here at Grand Canyon, and that's been the goal since I've been here.
And now you guys will play WAC play starting this week. You went 13-5. You get that first round bye, the second seed in the tournament. What are you anticipating?
I'm anticipating some great volleyball. We're going to go and watch that first round and see who wins between Kansas City and the last seed is still undetermined. And then we're going to get ready to play our best volleyball Thursday and Friday.
And we're definitely looking forward to that. And as we're looking at some of the play of this team, who has stood out to you, both leaders on and off the court? I know you had 5 seniors, but also some young ones making names for themselves as well.
Sure. Melody Horton's had a great senior season. She's just come through in so many ways for us, both on and off the court. Claire Mitchell, freshman coming in, has done a great job helping us run the offense. And then Jenny Marijo, junior college transfer, comes in, a junior, but never played at the Division I level yet, and she's just really flourished.
And it was an emotional day down on the court today. 5 seniors as they celebrated senior day in that regular home season finale. And for you, your 4th season, and we've seen such a vast improvement in this team. What did it mean to you now that you've had a couple hours, sit on that win and kind of reflect? I know you're still focused on WAC play, but when you kind of gather your thoughts in this season, what goes through your mind?
I was just really happy for the senior class. You always want to send seniors out a winner, and to have them all contribute today in the match. And in fact, Maria Adams ended the match on an ace. I just think it affirmed what we told them when we brought them in, is that we're going to do some really special things here, and we want you to be part of it.
Now, I think most viewers at home, if they're a Lopes fan, they've downloaded the Lopes app, or they head to GCULopes.com a lot to catch up on their athletics. And if they have, you're a familiar face to them. Chalk Talk every Tuesday. I'm a little nervous. If you weren't such a good coach, I would be afraid you're trying to take my job with your
Well,
show.
there is something about sitting here before the game I like. However, I don't think I'm any good at that Chalk Talk.
It's a lot of fun, and if you're a Lopes fan, you definitely want to check that out with Coach Nolan. And Coach, just to kind of wrap things up, I think that it starts with you and the fun that you've established with this team. You go out there, you take care of business, but you guys also have a fun atmosphere. It's clear you love the game. What are you trying to instill on this team as you set your mark on this program?
We talk a lot about that you play your best when you're having the most fun. And you have to be disciplined, and you have to understand the X's and O's, but you have to enjoy it. Otherwise, you won't be as good as you can be. So I've learned to trust this team, that they are always going to go out and perform at their best effort. And I just let them have as much fun as possible.
All right, we wish you the best of luck later this week in Utah. Go out there, take care of WAC opponents in the tournament. And thank you so much for joining us, Coach Nolan. And when we come back, we are still getting things started here. Yeah, it's getting to look a lot like Christmas. Operation Santa Claus, what does that entail? We will have all the details for you when the Lopes pregame show comes right back right after this here on Fox 10 Extra.
Oh, baby,
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly, sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Canyon State Credit Union, a local credit union serving the Valley for over 65 years, can assist you in buying your first home, refinancing your current home, or if you're dreaming of a retirement home. Canyon State Credit Union can provide you with a fast and affordable solution that meets your needs. Let Canyon State Credit Union run the numbers on your dream. Visit canyonstatecu.org or call 623-580-6015 for more information. Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. We do business in accordance with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act. MLS number 410376.
All right, it's the happiest place on earth, or at least here in the desert, because there are characters of many out here tonight. Disney night at GCU Arena. The Havocs always making this a fun and hostile environment, and tonight GCU, the players hoping that plays into their play on the court as they go up against Arkansas Pine Bluff, looking for that first win on the season. Kate Longworth welcoming you back here to the Lopes pregame show on Fox 10 Extra, and I'm joined now by Jenny Kester of Sanderson Ford. And Jenny, thank you so much for being out here. I know Sanderson Ford has forged quite the partnership with GCU. What has that been like over the years and the growth that you have had?
Well, we're just so excited. We had a donation or a collection tonight for Operation Santa Claus, and your fans stepped up big time. They filled up 2 or 3 whole boxes full of donations for Operation Santa Claus. So we're just proud to be aligned with someone that has the same values as us and believes in giving back. We're just so happy to be here today.
Can you just expand a little bit about what Operation Santa Claus is all about?
This is our 19th year doing Operation Santa Claus. We collect food, toys, and clothes for 4 Valley charities: St. Mary's Food Bank, Southwest Autism Research and Resource Center, Military Assistance Mission, and Special Olympics of Arizona. And with each donation that you bring, you get a chance to win a new Ford F-150 or a Lincoln MKC. So it's a big deal for people to donate, because the more you donate, the more chances you have to win.
And I know they can get more information at sandersonford.com. And in the next few weeks, with students heading home, a lot of families will be coming out to these games. So it's a great chance to participate and contribute. But for fans who are watching at home, can they also be involved with Operation Santa Claus?
Yes, it goes all the way till December 18th, and you can stop by any Ford dealership, you can stop by Sanderson Ford or any UPS location and donate. And then also, if you're sitting at home tonight, you can go to givetothecause.com and donate online. And for every $5 you donate, you get a chance to win the vehicles.
Why has it been important to team up with GCU? It seems like the partnership is just so natural. The fact that Sanderson Ford stands by family, faith, sports sprinkled in, and that's a lot of the mission statement here at GCU as well.
Yes, we're closed every Sunday, and we have been for the past 65 years. So our employees can spend time with their families on Sundays and just take part in things that are the most important to them.
And knowing that you guys value that with your employees, it starts right there. They're happy to come to work. They get those Sundays off. But also, I know Operation Santa Claus means so much to you. What does it do for the community when you're able to give back?
Well, it provides so much. I mean, we've done this for 19 years, and we've collected over $10 million for the community. And we're happy to do that, but we couldn't do it without the community themselves, because we put on the promotion, but without the community stepping up and providing all those donations, we couldn't put it on. So we're just so proud to be a part of the community. We're proud to give back.
What is it like for you when you see those families that are on the receiving end?
It's amazing to see. I have 2 daughters of my own, and to know that we're playing a small part and just giving back to the community and helping families and helping kids get Christmas is just amazing.
Well, thank you so much, Jenny, for all that you and Sanderson Ford are doing. And again, fans, we want to remind you that GCU is going to be home for several games throughout November and December. It's the holiday season. The Havocs will be here, but they also have to spend some holiday time with their families. So it's a great time to bring out your family here to the GCU Arena, get in on the fun and the action, and also be a part of Operation Santa Claus and giving back to the community. And of course, you can find out more information at sandersonford.com. Well, you see that? You know what that means. It's the Purple pregame party. It's getting underway right now at GCU Arena. Jenny, I want to thank you for being a part of the fun and action tonight here on our show. And fans, as you sit back and enjoy this, we want to remind you there's more Lopes pregame coming your way. And when you look at these great characters, you're probably wondering who Dan Marley most resembles, maybe? Well, we'll tell you right after this when Lopes pregame show comes back.
I'm Courtney, and I'm earning a master's online at GCU in Christian ministry. My husband is in the military, so we move a lot. I really wanted a school that would support me no matter where I lived, and GCU was a great fit for that because although it's a rigorous program, I really enjoy that I get to do it on my time. Sometimes that's at a coffee shop, sometimes it's in my office. Faith is a big part of my life. I play violin in my church, and I get to express my gifts and worship God. I pray continually, and I just really try to seek God. I really wanted to go to a school that could highlight that and worship God freely, and GCU definitely gave me the platform to do that. Being an online learner at GCU, I've really made a personal investment in my own life that is giving me such confidence to go into my field, not only to become an expert, but be a change agent for the world.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Welcome back here, GCU Arena, where we welcome you back to the Purple pregame party. And right now, the fans are getting into the action. Why? Because I just texted that cute family. It was mine. They even came out for the action right now. And right now, Thunder getting the crowd going and the Havocs here. It is game time just about, but the party has already started here. Disney night at GCU Arena, and I'll tell you what, we are hoping dreams come true, at least those fans are, because it is Disney night here, and GCU is looking for that first win on the season. And in honor of Disney night, well, we decided to talk a little bit about our favorite Disney characters. Dan Marley, well, Donald Duck. That makes perfect sense, right? I'm not really sure, but he said it with a smile, and you can just tell that Donald Duck brings a smile to his life, right? Isaiah Brown going with Buzz Lightyear, and I checked in with Carlos Johnson, too, and he was a big fan of Hercules, and he said for obvious reasons. Meanwhile, Lorenzo, the star of last game, came up with Aladdin. And now my favorite, Barry Battelle, Woody from Toy Story. Scott Williams, well, we already knew he never wanted to grow up, right? Peter Pan seems like a natural fit. And I'm going to go with the boss, Judy, the buddy policewoman from Zootopia. And right now, as we get into Disney action, it just always makes you feel good. Well, you can get ready for GCU basketball because it is coming your way with Scott and Barry, also known as Woody and Peter Pan tonight. That's right, we're counting you down to tip-off, and we'll be back with game action right after this, coming up on Fox 10 Extra. It's Lopes basketball, and it is coming your way. But first, we want to take a look at that upcoming schedule as we remind you that this is a great time to bring the family out because students might be home for the holidays. You can catch the action right here at GCU Arena. But it's also a great time to tune into Fox 10 Extra because on November 30th, when that turkey is still digesting, we'll be right here coming at you with the action. And on Tuesday, we also have Montana State. Lots of Lopes action coming your way. And hopefully the team is getting ready to start that win streak. And we're getting ready to start the game. Right here, Arkansas Pine Bluff going up against Grand Canyon University. The action is coming your way. Right after this, grab that snack because we will be right back with the party and plenty of hoops action coming your way.
One more member on our roster. Streets of New York is proud to announce Grand Canyon University to our winning team. We are now the official pizza of GCU. Go Lopes.
Live from the heart and soul of Phoenix, welcome to the campus of Grand Canyon University and inside GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes play host to the Golden Lions from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Good evening and welcome to GCU basketball alongside three-time NBA champion Scott Williams. I'm Barry Butel. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. Well, we're in uncharted territory, Scott. The Lopes coming back limping at 0-3 to start the season after a tough loss at San Diego State.
Yeah, they're trying real hard, but they're just not getting it done. They seem like a rudderless ship outside right now, and they just have no way to find a safe harbor. They got a lot of guys getting in foul trouble, guys playing, I think, outside their roles, but there have been some bright spots.
There have, and how about that fab freshman from Shadow Mountain High School here locally, Javon Blackshear with a double-double.
Really impressed with the moxie of this young freshman. He's fearless out there. He really has a good understanding of how to play the game. He knows when to dribble drive. He knows when to pass. He knows when to take his shot, and he's doing a good job trying to emerge as the leader on this Lopes team.
Look at that, Davenport 15, Illinois 14, San Diego State 14. Javon Blackshear out of the gate. His collegiate career has been nothing but consistent. Well, the Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions coming in, they're reeling as well, 0-2 on the season.
Yeah, coming off a 50-point beat down, but don't sleep on Sean Doss, number 21, junior guard, averaging about 13 points a game and over 4 rebounds. He's a second-team all-SWAC selection. He's got a silky smooth mid-range game, shoot the three, but loves to drive the ball hard to the basket where it's been a problem area for the Lopes.
One of these teams is going to put one in the win column. 2 straight losses for the Golden Lions against USF and also at Gonzaga. Down courtside to the public address announcer, Paul Denuser, with our prayer and our national anthem.
And welcome once again to the beautiful GCU Arena for tonight's men's basketball matchup between the Golden Lions of the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please rise if you are able. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with the word of prayer. Tonight's prayer is led by Sam Yonan, GCU's student body president.
Please bow your heads with me. Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this day that you've given us. Thank you for bringing everyone here safely today. Right now, I want to lift up our players and the officials to you, Father. I pray for your hand of protection upon them, and I pray that good sportsmanship will be displayed. And I pray for safe travels for everyone who traveled here today, Father. I pray that in all things we will glorify you and glorify your kingdom. These things we ask in your Son's name. Amen.
Thank you, Sam. Fans, please remain standing as we now honor America with a singing of the national anthem. Tonight, the Star-Spangled Banner will be performed by the Gilbert Christian Choir under the direction of director Jordan Rakita.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glad were singing there, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Gilbert Christian Choir.
Great job by the Gilbert Christian Choir as we get set for the start of this one. The University of Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions, our head coach George Ivory in his 12th season Here are the Golden Lions starting 5. Brought to you by Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
At guard, 5'11" freshman, number 10, Jamil Wilson.
Jamil Wilson, Sean Doss, Daquan Morris, Markedrick Bell, and Terrence Banyard.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on Morris tonight. He's a junior. He averages about 14 points a game and 7 rebounds. He's really going to look to try to get on that offensive glass and get some extra possessions from the Golden Lions.
0-2 coming in, losses at South Florida and at Gonzaga on the 9th of November. Last season, 13-19, 10-8 in the SWAC. Time now to introduce you to Grand Canyon University. The head coach of the Lopes is Dan Marley in his 7th season, 123 and 75 overall. Here are head coach Dan Marley's starting 5, brought to you by Talking Stick Resort. Javon Blackshear, Isaiah Brown, Carlos Johnson, Lorenzo Jenkins, and Alessandro Labor.
Yeah, I'm looking right at Carlos Johnson in this game. If I'm looking at one player to click tonight, it's got to be Carlos Johnson. If he's going to do it, he's going to have to do better than going 3 from 11 from the field like he did in San Diego, and he took more 3-point field goal attempts than he did 2-point field goal attempts. I'm looking at him to drive the ball hard to the hole and get some points in the paint, get him in the self going, and this Lopes Havoc's crowd off their feet.
The associate head coach is Marvin Menzies. The assistant coaches are Chris Prevalone and Isaac Jew. The director of basketball operations is Dylan Hidalgo. The special assistant to the head coach, Johnny Hill. Video coordinator, Matt Lopez. Director of sports medicine is Jordy Hackett. And the director of sports performance is Gabe Borland. Lopes 0-3, coming off a tough loss at San Diego State on Wednesday night. Turn also here on Tuesday night to take on Montana State. Time now for the Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game. Sanderson Ford, the best play on a new Ford. It's at Sanderson Ford.
Yes, it's Disney theme night up in here. I went with the top 10 Disney movies of all time. Number 6, Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. This is the smallest Lopes team in D1 history. They must gain rebound tonight. Win the battle of the boards. Number 3, Aladdin. Rub that magic lamp and wish for no foul trouble, because this Lopes team is not deep enough to rely on their bench for scoring. Got out scored points off the bench really bad in San Diego State. In the number 1 movie of all time at Disney, Barry, got a guess?
Lion King.
The Lion King, that's right. And like Mufasa used to rule over all the land, the Lopes got to get back to defending their home court. They got to win the hustle game tonight, play with passion, get this crowd excited, defend their turf.
Oh, the Lion King.
Mufasa. Simba? Remember Simba?
Wasn't he cute?
What was the one? Scar. Scar was the evil brother.
Nasty. Yeah. We're underway here at GCU Arena.
Yeah, maybe they need to play like Scar tonight. A little nastiness to us.
Randy McCall, Ruben Ramos, and Mark Beasley are the officials. Labor, tried to get it over to Johnson off the leg there.
Yeah, this
Banyard.
Arkansas Pine Bluff team loves to play zone defense in the half court. So Lopes haven't really seen a lot of that, a little bit from time to time. But see how they've worked on their zone offense the last couple of days in practice, getting ready for tonight.
Inside, Labor bounce pass. Jenkins drops it in. Fans can take a seat.
That's what I like. Tack that with the pass. Get a cutter out of the corner. Easy 2 points.
Here come the Golden Lions. Wilson goes up top. Doesn't go. Labor was there. Looks like he's going to get an early foul.
Well, you know, this is something that go back to that one before, that beautiful high-low pass, and then this is one that the Lopes like to do. They like to try to do the high handoff and catch the backside of that Lopes defense sleeping. Labor, who has been in foul trouble a lot this season, picks up an early one here within the first minute.
Yeah, Labor is definitely getting into the foul trouble for sure. 4 personal fouls on average per game after 3 games. Taquan Morris at the line. 60% free throw shooter coming in. The junior from Pine Bluff. Just underway in Phoenix. Blackshear near side, Isaiah Brown. Tried to go inside, that's picked off. Turnover here for the Lopes, driving to the bucket, flashing in for Sean Doss.
Yeah, that's what you can't do. You can't let that zone defense create those turnovers.
Inside Jenkins, teardrop.
What a pass by the young freshman. He gave one up the trip before, comes back, doesn't hang his head, and then fires a strike right down to Jenkins. He's got 4 points early.
Bounce pass inside. Bell looking to move on Jenkins. Step back. Short. Labor off of his fingertips into Johnson's hands. Johnson peels right, looks for 3. Heavy, big rebound. Pulled down by the Golden Lions.
They tried a little drag screen to get Johnson a clean look, but he was still defended with a hand in his face.
Doss back out. Morris. Near side. Finds Wilson. Back out front. Stepping back is Morris. Wilson, near side, right in front of the Lopes bench. Bell looks for a long 3. Not going to happen. Loose ball, Blackshear with help from Jenkins.
I like that. Jenkins didn't get it, but he did enough, put enough body to make sure that his guy didn't get it. Blackshear picked it up. Blackshear did a nice job on the glass. He had 10 at San Diego State.
Oh, another turnover. Oh, thank you. Early gift there. Brown off the glass. Not going to happen. Fighting after it. Foul. Ooh. Jump ball.
Well, I didn't see that. They're saying possession. Arrow is going over to Pine Bluff, Arkansas Pine Bluff, but I didn't see the jump ball. Steal, but he stays with it, gets it back, and he tracks the basket here. I thought he just threw it up over the top. That was a quick jump ball call there.
Wow.
Let the men play down there. Let those young men battle for that ball.
Hey. A little activity underneath. Looks like Terrence Banyard, junior from Milwaukee.
Yeah, Banyard was kind of prohibiting Carlos Johnson from getting out to collect his man on that wing. Got a little too handsy.
Blackshear crosses center court, goes left, plays catch with Johnson. 17 and a half to go. Blackshear, a little stutter step. That's not going to drop. Both teams a little chilly here.
Yeah, I like the way the Lopes keep going inside it. Only one outside shot from Carlos Johnson. Everything else has been going towards that basket.
Bell off the mark. Johnson with the rebound.
Good weak side rebound on the long miss by Johnson.
Jenkins, short.
Come in shooting 5 for 15 from the outside. Jenkins is claiming, hey, he hit me on my forearm. That's why that ball came up 2 feet short.
I would have said the same thing.
Yeah, right?
Even if I didn't get there.
It wasn't me. No, it must have been them.
Then I would have looked down on my shoelaces.
I shot a couple out of the court I wasn't real proud of pregame myself. One off the side of the backboard.
You got to hit the gym. You got to work on that. Corner 3, not your money shot. Out of bounds. Back and forth it goes. Both teams trying to find some rhythm here early on.
Yeah, they called a foul on that there. They had someone crashing over the back there. I wasn't seeing who the call was. I think it was number 3. Brown. No, Bell. Bell's number 3. Bell got whistled for that foul.
Inside to Labor. They're trying to make that work. Tap in. Johnson, thank you for the help.
See, that's where Labor's at his best. Down there on that low block, left shoulder turn to the strong right hand hook. Get him going. Just 4 points on Wednesday night.
Hands up. Moves the ball to the Golden Lions. Johnson picks it up.
Oh, Arkansas Pine Bluff does a nice job getting back in transition defense and getting right back into that zone. Look how high they try to extend that zone, well out above the three-point line.
Back to Johnson in the corner. Jenkins open look. Rolled down by Wilson. Emil Wilson from Louisville, Kentucky. In the corner, Banyard had 8 points and 5 boards against Gonzaga. Underneath, loose ball.
I think Carlos Johnson got a piece of that shot.
Banyard, good for 3. Tied at 6.
That shot clock was winding down. Banyard recognized it. Like you said, we're knotted up at 6 now.
Johnson, Laver in the corner, being swarmed by a sea of black. Ooh. Foul called, timeout on the floor, 15:05 to go, opening half. We are tied at 6 early on. The Lopes and the Golden Lions from Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Part of my motivation of becoming a doctoral learner was so I could immediately start using the information that I was learning in the courses as a tennis coach here for my student athletes. I think that it set a good example for those around me to know that things can be accomplished. My name is Greg Prudhomme, and I just defended my dissertation to earn a degree in performance psychology.
There's a thunder in all of us. Come find your purpose at Grand Canyon University.
Curiosity fuels you. So when you're ready for a fulfilling new career, let your curiosity fuel that change. Grand Canyon University's online degree programs in technology make it convenient for you to achieve your dream. GCU teaches you how to plan for innovation. By applying that knowledge to today's most challenging problems, you're helping to build a better tomorrow. Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
GCU men's basketball is brought to you in part by Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. By BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. And by SRP, delivering water and power. Just underway here in Phoenix. So glad you could tune into Fox 10 Extra. 6-6 the early score, 15:05 to go, opening half. Barry Vitale, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth here from GCU Arena. It's Disney night. Already established that Peter Pan is your favorite.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of hard. It's like we were talking about it earlier. Yeah. It's hard to pick a favorite. It's like picking which one of your kids is your favorite. Yeah. Because all the movies are so good, all the characters are so great and developed. They're multi-layered, and it's tough to pick one. And then you come in now as we're grown up as adults. You know, now Star Wars. Well, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Is now a Disney deal. So where do you go there?
Another wrinkle.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So I went back to like my earliest remembrance with Disney and Peter Pan. I like that he had that sword. He would fight Captain Hook, and he was kind of a leader of those those Lost Boys, and that was always kind of really cool to me. So that's why I went with Peter Pan. Lopes unable to get another bucket inside. Really chilly to start this game now. 3 of 8 from the field.
Banyard turns, not going to happen. Jenkins with a rebound, heavy off the glass.
Hey, Jenkins has been really good on the glass this year for the Lopes.
Brown, bounce pass, Jenkins. Oh, Laver underneath. Foul, hook and a harm.
What good passing by the bigs. Right? I mean, they have really good. Once it was Laver feeding Jenkins, this time Jenkins catches that ball in the middle, wheels and deals. He has a nice little pass down to Laver and freezes him just with that little head and shoulder, gets that underneath body contact, but he's still got that strength to finish in concentration to finish that play off. Now he's got a chance to go to the line, complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
4 assists on 4 field goals, 8 points in the paint for the Lopes.
They weren't even in double figures in assists all of Wednesday night. They're already off to a nice start.
Laver converts the three-point play.
If he can just stay on the floor, Lopes have a real good chance of putting a hurt on this team on the inside.
Laver utilizing everybody on his roster. Boyd. McNair in the corner to Stredrick Jr. Back out. Wallace, Marcus Wallace from Jackson, Mississippi, off the glass and in.
Can't give him a direct line to the basket. It was good pressure, but he was still able to get right down that free throw line, and that's the money slot for players. They get in that area, they know how to finish even with tough defense.
Johnson moves, slashes in underneath. That was a nice move.
That's who I like to see Carlos Johnson eat. Driving that ball to the basket. I know he can make a three-point shot, but boy, I really like it when he's attacking that hoop.
Foul called on the Golden Lions.
Another offensive foul on the Golden Lions. They kind of shooting themselves in the feet, turning that basketball over by committing these offensive fouls underneath.
Blackshear brings it up. Johnson back to Blackshear, moves right. Brown up high. Oh, a little too heavy on the.
They had him. They had him. A better pass, and they would have had, because Carlos Johnson was ready to slam that thing home, but the ball hit the rim, totally messed up the play.
McNair back near side, kick back into the corner, driving baseline underneath. Foul.
He stepped out of bounds.
Oh, he did step out.
Yeah, did you see the shoulder that was put right into it? He was like, you shall not pass. Put that big shoulder on him, run him right out of downs to the baseline out of bounds line. As Carlos Johnson said, no, 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 you will not pass. And made him step out of bounds. That's how you play that deep.
Arkansas Pine Bluff 4 turnovers, the Lopes 2. Johnson pulls down. Laver wants 3. Good!
Wow. Laver's starting to heat up, bucket inside, get to the free throw line, strike that one, and you come back. Next time you see that three-point shot, as big as a hula hoop, knocking in 8 points here. He's not even played 10 minutes in this game yet.
Boyd, far side over to Doss. Doss looking inside, kicks back outside. Wallace near side, finds McNair. Back to Wallace. Wallace looks to drive. Right hand off the glass, not going to happen. Here comes Blackshear quickly. Up to Carlos. Carlos stops, pops. 3, not off.
See, Carlos Johnson ran to the three-point line that time. I thought he should have ran to the basket. And then how about that penetration and then pitch over to his big man. Puts it right where the big man can go right up with it. See, that's those passes I was just to tell you about. Allen Iverson would pass it to me, but he'd pass it down like right on the top of my shoelaces. So if I did catch it, I couldn't do anything with it. The defense had closed out on me already. A six assists for the Lopes from good passes like that by Carlos Johnson. And then more good pressure by Johnson forces a turnover. That was sloppy that time by the Golden Lions.
Coach Ivory with that stare down, not liking that.
Too many turnovers. Either creating offensive fouls or simply turning the ball over. They're starting to fall behind here.
Blackshear moves right. Johnson. Blackshear eyeing, wants Okpo to move over. Pass beyond his hands. A little too quick. Okpo didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I think Blackshear was trying to think for Okpo.
I think you're right.
He was trying to say, I want you over here. I'm going to throw it right over there where I want you, but Okpo had no idea where he was supposed to go. And see, that's those little things that you don't have that chemistry yet with some of these new guys.
Boyd, long 3, in and out. Up high. Okpo stops. Waiver. Foul called. 11:18 to go. Sanderson Ford is outside. Operation Santa Claus. Been years. Great initiative. Community all pulling together. Kate will have much more on that after this timeout.
44 Rangers down the stalls, starting at $28.9. Head Ford, 44 Rangers down the stalls, starting at $28.9. Head on in to Arizona's largest Ford dealership and head out in a new Ford. This is Sanderson Ford Country.
About time we washed it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin', ice. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin'.
Mountain Dew Ice, a clear, refreshing lemon lime dew.
Welcome back. A live look inside GCU Arena. The Lopes with the 14-8 lead over Arkansas Pine Bluff. The Golden Lions right now here on Fox 10 Extra as we bring you the action in the first half with under 12 minutes to go. Now GCU has teamed up with Sanderson Ford tonight, launching Operation Santa Claus, the charity drive. Already, just tonight, it's been a huge success as fans filing into the arena already donated thousands of toys, clothing items, food items. Donations from Operation Santa Claus will benefit the likes of St. Mary's Food Bank Alliance, Southwest Autism Research, military assistance, and those in need right here in our community. Now, if you're heading out to a Lopes game in the next couple weeks, you want to be sure to bring some stuff along with you that you can stuff the sleigh with. You can also head to sandersonford.com for more information. And guys, as if it's not enough to bring joy to those in need this holiday season, Sanderson Ford really sweetening the deal. If you donate, you will be entered into a drawing to win a pretty incredible card out there. And I know we're all big fans of Fords because that's how we got to work today.
Yeah, it's not a bad little carrot to throw out there. You do your community a blessing, and then you might be rewarded tenfold.
Yeah, I like that wrap. I got one 20-20 wrap, Ford wrap.
Raptors look nice. Okpo with his first collegiate points at the line. Congrats. 7-0 run for the Lopes until that bucket by Isaac Bassett.
See, I like the full court pressure after the timeout, maybe try to create a turnover, but you've got to make sure you protect your basket. You can't give up a layup in that situation. You're getting a little momentum going. You're going up 8, stop. Take it to double figures.
Great ball movement. Doesn't drop there for Okpo. Really moving the ball a lot better than I've seen in the previous 3 games.
Yeah, and look at that defense by Carlos Johnson again. Kind of a wall down there off the dribble. No one's getting by it.
Well, that was silky smooth by Sean Doss. We talked about him off the top of the show.
Yeah, Doss said, if I can't get by you, I'll shoot over the top of you. He likes to drive the ball to the basket, but he has the ability to shoot the 3.
JJ. Wow.
JJ Ryan. I'll tell you what, the emphasis to break that zone defense is get that ball to the free throw line or maybe just below it and then turn and attack the basket. J.J. Ryan does a nice job making himself available, finding that spot in that zone where he can collect that pass and then going hard to the hoop.
Ryan's at the line. 7 of 10.
Confidence in that that looked good. That was nothing but back rim and straight down.
Okpo out. Johnson's going to take a seat. Ryan stays in. Labor in as well. Brown checked in. Blackshear and Jenkins, the other Lopes on the floor. Free throws look easy. 5-point lead, GCU. Posey. Boyd. Ross looking to drive. Foul. Brown.
All calls on Lopes in the line. Tanner Brown. First personal. 13 foul.
Ross early on hitting 47% from the field. 67% from the free throw line after 2 games. Pass with 5 points, 2 of 3 from the field early on here, opening half. Hits the back end. The lead is 4. Blackshear. Double-digit scoring the first 3 games his collegiate career. He's got it. He looks for 3. Off the glass. Pulled down by the Golden Lions. Sean Doss brings it up.
Felt like Blackshear thought maybe he was going to have more time to get that shot off, and then the defense closed out on him and made it real tough for him.
Doss going to peel away from some heat. Near side, open look for three. Off the mark, underneath though, the rebound put back in by Alvin Stredrick Jr.
Laver was strung out on that double team so far from the basket. There was quick movement around the outside. He never got a chance to get position and didn't want to pick up a second foul here in this first half. He's been in foul trouble so much throughout the early part of this season.
Down low, a little bit of room. Laver gets it back and drops it in.
Yeah, so the two Laver gave up on the defensive end, he makes up for it on the offensive end. You need that big body on the floor. He's got 10 points on 4 or 5 shooting.
He stays out of foul trouble. This is a game he should own.
Correct. No other way to say it.
Own it.
There's
Take
nobody
it
his size or height in a black jersey.
Take the game over. He can have his will against a team like this down low. Jenkins finds Laver. Off the glass and in.
Just too big, too strong. That was a bullet pass all the way down to that low block. And Laver got it without any hesitation, just put that big shoulder and rib cage right into that smaller Golden Lion defender. And it was just no match to stop Laver. Again, 5 of 6, he's got 12.
Doss looks inside. Frederick Jr. back to Doss. 5 on the shot clock. He gets picked off. Blackshear on the run. Underhand off the glass. Javon Blackshear
Blackshear's doing it all right now. I'll tell you what, defense makes that his own offense, but he's setting the table too for his teammates out there tonight. Something came off his hand. He lost something during that steal, but didn't bother whatsoever. He just kept going right down to the other end. Look at something black fell off of his jersey or his fingers, and he did no hesitation. He just rolled right on down to the other end and laid that ball in with one hand.
24-16, the Lopes with the lead here in the opening half. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth with you. Different story. Great ball movement. They're spreading the ball around. Laver owning it down underneath. Blackshear looking sharp again.
This is the start Coach Marley has been looking for from his team. A lot of team play. You know, it's Carlos Johnson and they're doing his thing. Laver's really having his way out there. Blackshear seems like he's the floor general. Getting good contributions.
Well, they're getting the ball moving. The guys coming in off the bench as well, doing a great job here. They're shutting things down. Doss, we're seeing some flashes, though, from Sean Doss as well.
Yeah, Sean Doss is doing his thing, but right now it's the Ollie Laver show. He's knocking down the threes. He's throwing in little right-hand hooks. I love this one right here, little savvy move with the head and shoulder fake. Got that one to go, spoon feeding his teammate there, and a little give and go and get it back. You gotta love the way big fella is playing right now. I'll tell you what, you gotta love the way the whole Lopes team is playing as well. 8 assists on 9 field goals.
Outscoring the Golden Lions in the paint, much because of Laver's play, but others as well, 16-8. This is hopefully what the doctor has ordered. That was an effort there on that costume right there. These students, they don't monkey around. If it's Disney theme night. Another group that doesn't mess around is Canyon State Credit Union, Scott. I'll tell you what, every 3-point play, Canyon State is there, and they will be donating to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship Foundation. For more information, go to giving.gcu.edu. Near side, looking inside is Doss. Gets the toss back from Stredrick Jr. Far side, long range shot, in and out, doesn't go.
That ball was halfway down, and unfortunately Posey got sandwiched between 2 Lopes players and looked like he took something to the nose or eye area. Definitely got hit in the face. You know, these 2 guys coming, everyone's crashing for the ball, and might have been Brown. Brown coming back over from the strong side of the floor and getting on that glass. And that's what we talked about, gang rebounding by this Lopes team. We just didn't, to beat beat the guy up in the eyeball, but he's up. He got up. Yeah, Tua didn't get up today. He dislocated his hip in that Alabama game. That's just unfortunate to see. Kid
stayed out.
Heisman, yeah, he was a Heisman hopeful, and now it looks like his season may be done.
Like Saban was going to take him out, and he talked him out of it.
Yeah, they were cruising in that first half. The kid already had a bad wheel. I don't understand. Coach Saban was
That's
trying
Saban.
to
He
pile
must not
on.
know how to coach.
Well, I'm not saying that. That guy knows what he's doing. He's a Hall of Famer for sure, but protect
That's a
those
great
kids.
guy, that Nick Saban. Had the pleasure of working with him. Loose ball. Jenkins. To Brown. Brown to Jenkins. He looked left. Now back to Brown. These are ordering guys around. Times quickly. Labor. Bam! 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 Bam!
How about that pass? They have worked on something in that lab. They got in that practice facility, worked on getting that ball at the high post, and then dealing. That time he deals one over to Laver. Laver's having a monster first half. By far and away, his best game of the season.
Doss. Johnson's in his face. Boyd. Oop. Lost the ball. Look, Johnson. Here comes Carlo. Leads for Brown. Oh, Carlos tried to get a little flashy there.
I don't know how you're getting flashy. You're 0-3.
Yeah.
You better take that ball and make sure you get 2 points. Take no team for granted.
Rhymes. Johnson.
Stepped out of bounds. Johnson went to that little kickstand start and stepped on that out of bounds play, but you got to love that one. J.J. Rhymes feeding his big fella underneath. Look at that, just doesn't hold the ball. It hits his hands and then it moves. It's almost like one of those backstops that you used to throw the ball against and it would spring the ball back to you. When he gets it, he just turns and fires all in one motion. No time for the defense to react to that.
Lead is opened up to 10 for GCU. 6-17 and counting opening half. Pavix into this one early. Understatement. Doss trying to move on Johnson. Johnson stuck to him. Oh, that was a laser. That was a line drive.
Yeah, good D, better O. Johnson was right up on Dawson. Had a hand in his face. Maybe he might have got him on the elbow. That's why that ball was so flat. And Dawson still found a way to put it in the basket.
Oh, look at that feed. J.J. Rhymes to Laver.
J.J. Rhymes is doing his best Magic Johnson impersonation out there, the way he's sliding that ball around to his big fella. All right, is that a stretch too far?
This Disney night. Dreams do come true.
A little magic on that one.
Harrelson. Wallace. Peeling away from Rhymes. Turns, trying to find some room. Oh, that was close, wasn't it? Near side. Wallace. Finds a seam high. Pulled down by Laver. Jenkins drives baseline. Floater off the glass, not there. Pulled down by the Golden Lions.
I like the fact that Jenkins went inside. They didn't settle for that 16-foot baseline jumper. Went inside to try to get something better or maybe even draw a foul.
Laver with 16 points, 7 of 8 from the field. The rest of the team, 12 points, 4 of 13. Yes. Laver with the rebound. Off of the miss by the Golden Lions. 4.5 to go, opening half. Okay, Long to be chatting with head coach Dan Marley at the end of the half. Inside to Rhymes. Oh!
Rhymes put a big left shoulder into the defender, and they're going to get him for an offensive call. But look at this one more time there by J.J. Rhymes. It's like he slipped it right up underneath the defender's armpit with a bounce pass. That was beautiful.
Laver was feeding him this time, tried to pay him back and just put that shoulder into him a little bit.
Well, see, that's that unselfish play we talked about. Guys moving the ball around. So they might have found something out on that road. You know, just a little like, hey, let's play together. And it's definitely showing here in this first half that they are trying to play together.
Morris, back out. Wilson eyed by Blackshear, back in the game for Ryans. Bell leaves it back. Wilson looking to drive. Left it there for Bell. Bell, step back. Awkward looking set there by the Golden Lions, but they convert.
Well, Bell had to get it around Laver. Laver had that big wingspan up trying to block Bell's vision, and he had to put a little more extra air under that ball.
Jenkins looks to drive baseline, shut down there by Bell. Laver kicks out. Johnson for three. Oh, pulled down by the Golden Lions.
I thought Laver was too unselfish on that one. He had the ball 6 feet from the basket right in front. He passed it all the way out to the guy at the three-point line, but here they get back in transition defense and get a stop.
Lopes up 28-20 over the Golden Lions. We'll be back with the remaining 3:28 after we take this timeout.
Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable, and nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu.
Just hanging out here with the Havocs. This is just a typical night, Disney night, or whatever the theme is here out at GCU Arena. As you can see, the Havocs come out here in full force. And this isn't just at timeouts, this is throughout the whole game, really creating a hostile environment for the opponents on the other side. And also, Dan Marley will always say that this is what helps fuel the fire for his team on the court, that if they can't get amped up for this, guys, I mean, what's wrong with you, right? We always have fun coming in here. The energy, you can feel it, and you can see it on opponents' faces. They are amazed when they see the Havocs in action here at GCU Arena.
They're right in the middle. What is that, the forest, right in the forest, the trees from the forest? I mean, she's right there, in the middle of it.
I love it. I love it. You know, when you talk about these Havocs, they are definitely a home court advantage. A lot of these smaller teams have never played in front of such a robust and rowdy crowd. It throws them off their game for not the entire, for the first 10 minutes, maybe the entire first half.
Even Underwood, coach at Illinois, was talking about the atmosphere here. Everything it was built to be. Definitely a home court advantage. Shades of Coach Pitino when the Cardinals came into town.
I mean, the Lopes have forced 9 turnovers in this first half, and a lot of them just been by, the sloppy play, and I think just because this team is intimidated out here by the crowd.
Wow, long pass by Rhymes. Johnson lost the handle. Foul on the Golden Lions.
I'm glad he went to the basket. He can shoot the three-point shot. He's 0 for 3 from right there in the first half. But where he has been doing his damage is penetration and pitching the ball or going to the basket. So, and again, he's 1 for 4 from the field, but he's taken 3 outside shots from behind the line. That one, he just said, I'm not going to settle for this outside shot. I'm going to go right to the basket. He creates the foul.
He started a little bit sluggish last season. Took him a little while. And if that's the MO, and when he had back-to-back 30-point performances in games 1 and 2 in the RAC tournament, I think we'll be a little patient.
Yeah, well, he's definitely staying at starting lineup because even if he isn't scoring tonight, he's doing a lot of other good things. Like I said, his defense has been great. Maybe even if he hasn't created the turnover, he's stopped Doss from getting some easy looks.
Good work by Oakpo in the face there. Brown, Johnson. Oh, he tried to kick it back, got a hand on it. Golden Lions, good play there. Two and a half to go, 9-point Lopes lead. Wilson moves right, finds Harrelson, down low, Bell. Kedrick Bell, turn around, off the mark, pulled down by Carlos Johnson.
And just 9 of 24 shooting here in this first half for APB. They got to do a better job getting some more buckets inside. Originally, they were going inside to get some buckets, some offense, some second chance points, but they haven't gotten any of those in a long time.
Well, it looked like Carlos wanted it, pulled it back down, gave it over Blackshear. Brown puts it on the floor, moves back right now, stops. Big right hand off the glass, not there. Laver jumping after it. Pulled down by Bell.
No, Laver trying to be aggressive on that glass. I think he thought he was going to be able to tip in cleanly. Maybe should have corralled that with 2 hands and gone back up strong. But then a sea of black jerseys just rushed right over to him. He was unable to get the basketball.
Camille Wilson steps back, eyed by Javon Blackshear. Wilson stops, pops.
There goes that scoreless drought, busted that time. He had a nice look from right in front of the basket. So they got a 7-point game. As bad as many times that they've turned it over and as poorly as they've shot, they're still within striking distance. And this is a team that got beat, slammed by Gonzaga, who's a quality basketball top 25 team. They came to play tonight.
Blackshear heavy on the 3. Lots of Golden Lions on the ball. Looks sluggish here down the stretch. Just 1 of 8 from 3-point land. Bell turns to the bucket, trying to move on Laver.
I thought he traveled.
Did.
Oh, yeah.
Beasley saw it. You saw it.
Well, he got tripped up a little bit with Laver's feet there and kind of ended up doing a bunny hop. But look at this night. The first 4 games, for the season for Laver, he had 5 points, 12 points against Illinois. It was a little bit better. He was in foul trouble a lot in that game. And then San Diego State was absolutely his worst of the year. And then tonight, the first half, he's already bested what he'd done the previous 2 games. So wonderful start for Laver in this one here.
Laver just with 1 personal foul on the bench. Oakville swarmed in the corner, kicked way back out to Brown. Brown up high. Not sure if that was a shot or.
It looked like he wanted to shoot a jump shot, but then got in some sort of like jump push floater type motion. It was not pretty.
Oh, it was Morris. Oh, come on. 3 white. Lopes.
Lopes had a chance to play for the last shot of the half, but now it'll be the Golden Lions that'll try to take advantage and run this clock all the way down to the final ticks.
Blackshear, oh! Went off for the Lions, though, as he tried to pull it back in.
Blackshear, he's getting a lot of steals, a lot of deflections in this first half. Coach Marta's got a timeout that he can't take to the locker room. He's gonna burn one right here and try to draw up a play for these final ticks for his team.
Still time to make it a positive finish here to close out the half for the Lopes. Up by 7.
Yeah, I mean, Lopes haven't had the offensive half that they would want either. I mean, outside of Laver, with his 16 of the 29, I would have thought that this Lopes team would be well into the 36 to 40-point range here in this first half against this Golden Lions team. They gave up 110 last time they took the floor. And they go 0 for 5 these last 5 trips down the floor. They got to get something here, get a bucket or get to the foul line.
Laver with 16. That's the 2nd most points in an opening half for Laver. Most was 18 at USD on December 29th, 2018. Blackshear brings it up. Blows him by. Right. Oh, nice recovery by Doss. Or no, it wasn't Doss, it was Morris after he smoked him.
He tripped him up, got him to fall down, but you want to talk about no quit. He came back and found him on the baseline and sent his shot into a tuba player over in the 3rd row back there.
Down to Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you guys. Well, Coach, have you felt like your team has gone out there and been able to establish the tone in this first half?
Yeah, I think it's all right. We're doing a good job defensively. The zone, we're still taking some questionable shots. We did a great job. JJ was unbelievable in there, catching the high post and getting guys. So we have to continue to get back to that. Just have to be a lot more patient, working the ball inside out.
Laver also having a half right now, 16 points to his name. What do you think is fueling his success tonight?
Being a little bit more aggressive, and we're doing a better job finding him. He's probably our best player, so we got to make sure he gets more shots.
All right, thank you so much, Dan Marley. Summing up how this is going in the first half right now, GCU with a 29-22 lead over the Golden Lions. As we head to break here on Fox 10 Extra, we'll continue to break down this game, the scores, actions, and much, much more coming up on the Lopes Halftime Show right after this. Laver turning it up. Is this the leader GCU needs? Time will tell. We'll be right back right after this.
Hit 'em up, move 'em out. It's a Ranger Roundup sale at Sanderson Ford with a herd of 44 Rangers now in the stalls, starting at $28.9. Want a little more beef? How about a stampede of Ford Raptors, $35 now available, or giddy up in a Ford Mustang for only $22.9. They have a corral full of ponies. Head on into Arizona's largest Ford dealership and head out in a new Ford. This is Sanderson Ford Country.
I'm Courtney, and I'm earning a master's online at GCU in Christian ministry. My husband is in the military, so we move a lot. I really wanted a school that would support me no matter where I lived, and GCU was a great fit for that because although it's a rigorous program, I really enjoy that I get to do it on my time. Sometimes that's at a coffee shop, sometimes it's in my office. Faith is a big part of my life. I play violin in my church, and I get to express my gifts and worship God. I pray continually, and I just really try to seek God. I really wanted to go to a school that could highlight that and worship God freely, and GCU definitely gave me the platform to do that. Being an online learner at GCU, I've really made a personal investment in my own life that is giving me such confidence to go into my field, not only to become an expert, but be a change agent for the world.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Welcome back. Live look inside GCU Arena as the Lopes have the lead right now, 29-22 over the Golden Lions on Arkansas Pine Bluff. Kate Longworth welcoming you in to the Lopes Halftime Show here on Fox 10 Extra. And I am joined right now here on the show by Jerry Brown of St. Mary's Food Bank. And it's always such a great time of the year when you come out here and team up with GCU, doing great things for the community. Can you just share with me what you guys will be organizing over the next couple weeks and what the partnership is that you have with GCU?
Absolutely. You know, so many people come volunteering from GCU all during the year, but especially at our Thanksgiving drive, the 3 days leading up to Thanksgiving, we're going to be distributing 12,000 turkeys and food boxes to families in need over the last 3 days, and Thunder and a lot of the GCU alumni will be out there helping us do that.
How serious of a problem is hunger here in the Valley?
You know, 1 in 4 kids in Arizona don't know where their next meal is coming from, and more than 25% of Arizonans, they don't make enough money to make to put a good meal on the table. That's where St. Mary's steps in. We distribute 250,000 meals every day in Arizona to help a place like the Grand Canyon really help us do that.
And with you guys, I think it seemed like an overwhelming problem, but really, if the community teams up, this can be solved. How easy is it for people to get involved? The stat that always impresses me is what $1 can do to change someone's life.
7 meals on the table for $1. It breaks down to about 14 cents a meal. You can help us. About $10 will put a turkey on the table for us. We have our huge Super Saturday drive coming up next Saturday. We'll be at 30 Albertsons and Safeway locations and the food bank from 9 to 2 collecting turkeys. We still need about 8,000 turkeys to reach our goal.
So fans right now who are home listening to this and want to be involved, what should they do?
If you'd like to come down and volunteer, if you'd like to put some food together for a food drive, or cash is always great, firstfoodbank.org will give you all the information you need, or call us at 242-FOOD.
And I think it's natural during the holiday season. The holidays tend to be surrounded by food, and you're thinking about it, and right then your heart kind of wants to give. But hunger is issue that lasts throughout the year.
Absolutely.
Do you guys have a need for volunteers in the same situation, January through October as well?
Sure, we have great volunteer help. We raise 40% of all of our food and funds just in the 2 months of November and December. But in summertime, the need goes up. The kids are out of school, they need extra food, and so many people disappear on vacation. So while we really appreciate your help now, summer is when we also need a lot of help just to get through.
What is it like when you see the faces on folks in the community when they are given the gifts of food?
You know, especially during these Thanksgiving drives, the thank yous, the tears, we get to see all of that. The people who donate They know that the folks that they're helping folks, but we get all the thank yous on their behalf. So that's what I'd like to do today, is make sure that I thank all the people who donate for us and make us the stars.
I want to thank you so much for joining us here on the Lopes Halftime Show. Thank you for all that you do. And folks at home, it's incredible. $1 can go so far to help so many in the community. So we hope you'll get involved. Meanwhile, an incredible show here at halftime at the Lopes halftime show inside the arena. As we head to break, we want you to take a look at these young stars performing one step up as they've been practicing, getting ready to perform in front of this live audience. They went out there and got the job done, just like the Lopes did in the first half. Much more coming up on our halftime show right after this.
Come be part of the fastest growing professional network at Grand Canyon University by enrolling as an evening student at our vibrant campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors in small classroom settings one night a week, and become part of the Young Professionals Network at GCU. Find your purpose. Sign up to attend our info session on November 7th at 5:30 p.m. at gcu.edu/evening. Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable, and nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu.
The Lopes over the Golden Lions, 29-22 at the half at GCU Arena. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth with you here at the half, and a lot better opening half than perhaps we've seen here from the Lopes in their 3 previous matchups.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't flawless,
right?
But the energy and the effort was there, and the offensive execution at times was absolutely perfect. I really love the way that they were moving that ball around.
It's time now to check out our first half highlights, brought to you by SRP, delivering water and power, Lorenzo Jenkins.
Look at Jenkins right here. They were really good at getting that ball to the middle, that free throw line area, and then attacking the basket. Did it with the pass that time down to Jenkins for an easy bucket. Then Carlos Johnson, he went hard to the hole early, then started settling for some threes. But what he was doing that penetration and pitch to Laver, knocking down that outside shot. Little high-low that time. Laver returns to Favor underneath the Jenkins. I love this one here. A little hesitation. Draw the defender for the foul, get the concentration, get the out one, and then look at that one, just hard to the rack, finishing over the top. He was absolutely fantastic. We talked about Laver, those big 16 points, and Blackshear gets that steal, goes the other way, one-hand layup all the way. So really nice job by everybody getting into the mix. A plus 8 points in the paint that half. They had a 10-point lead, now 7. They got to get on the glass, get some second chance points opportunities. 0 second chance points in that first half.
First half stats brought to you by Commonwealth Insurance, the way insurance should be. For the Lopes, 44% for GCU from the field. Just 1 of 8, though, from the arc. Rebounding margin in favor of the Golden Lions. And the assists, a 10-3 margin for GCU. And we will have more from GCU Arena after we take this time out. Kate Longworth will be rejoining you. We're moments away from the second half as the Lopes are on top of the Golden Lions.
Curiosity fuels you. It helps you understand the world around you. It's your guide through life. So when you're ready for a fulfilling new career, let your curiosity fuel that change. Change is difficult, but Grand Canyon University's online degree programs in technology make it convenient for you to achieve your dream. While businesses are being transformed by artificial intelligence and analytics, GCU teaches you how to plan for innovation and make sense of the world. By applying that knowledge to today's most challenging problems, and sharing your insights, you're helping to build a better tomorrow for you, your community, and your family. Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online. Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable, and nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu.
It's the happiest halftime on earth. Disney night here at GCU Arena, and the Lopes have the 7-point lead at the break over the Golden Lions. Right now it's Lopes 29-22, and leading the way for the Golden Lions, Dossie has 8 points to his name. Jenkins for the Lopes with 4, but as I just talked to Dan Marley moments ago at halftime, he said Laver is this team's best player, and tonight he is stepping up, having himself a half, 16 points to his name. And this is the type of leadership we've been wondering if we're going to see. Dan Marley has stressed this has to be a player-led team. A lot riding on Laver's shoulders each season coming in, a lot of expectations on him, and tonight he seems to be taking the reins. We'll see if that can continue in the second half. Action will continue right here on Fox 10 Extra. When we come back, Barry and Scott are back with you as we close things out here at GCU Arena. We've still got plenty of basketball to play.
I'm Courtney, and I'm earning a master's online at GCU in Christian ministry. My husband is in the military, so we move a lot. I really wanted a school that would support me no matter where I lived, and GCU was a great fit for that because although it's a rigorous program, I really enjoy that I get to do it on my time. Sometimes that's at a coffee shop, sometimes it's in my office. Faith is a big part of my life. I play violin in my church, and I get to express my gifts and worship God. I pray continually, and I just really try to seek God. I really wanted to go to a school that could highlight that and worship God freely, and GCU definitely gave me the platform to do that. Being an online learner at GCU, I've really made a personal investment in my own life that is giving me such confidence to go into my field, not only to become an expert, but be a change agent for the world.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online. Curiosity fuels you. So when you're ready for a fulfilling new career, let your curiosity fuel that change. Grand Canyon University's online degree programs in technology make it convenient for you to achieve your dream. GCU teaches you how to plan for innovation. By applying that knowledge to today's most challenging problems, you're helping to build a better tomorrow. Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Beautiful night in Phoenix. The Lopes on top 29-22 over the Golden Lions from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Both teams looking for their first victory. Alessandro Laver doing his part in that opening half.
Spectacular. I mean, the guy did everything right. He went down low for buckets. When they sagged off him, he knocked down the outside shot, made himself available in the high-low game. He was dishing the ball out of the high-low game. Got that one back as he didn't stand around and watch the action. He went right to the front of the basket. I mean, 7 of 8 from the field, 16 points, gotten on the glass. Got himself 2 rebounds on the glass. He got that big assist in that first half. He's a +9 on the plus-minus category. So, and he, most importantly, maybe out of everything, he stayed out of foul trouble.
Yeah,
just got
they all did, right?
Foul. So yeah, just 5 team fouls in that first half. So doing a good job playing strong defense, but not fouling, putting Golden Lions on the line.
So the Lopes up by 7.
I love some of these characters. What are the Incredibles?
Incredibles, yeah. There's so many.
I saw a
Disney.
Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, yeah, that was huge, yeah. Can't go wrong with Minnie Mouse or Mickey, some of the old school. Dan Marley's favorite, Donald Duck. Donald or Daffy, depends. Daffy's not really a Disney character, though.
Yeah, where'd he go with Daffy?
How are you going to argue with the head coach?
Yeah, you really can't. He's done everything else right. You can't correct him on that minor infraction.
You know what's also fun to watch? The changing hairstyles of Javon Blackshear.
Yeah, I noticed he's got a little blonder tonight.
Yeah.
It's kind of more
Kinda
like four
this look.
bunches.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like grapes, like a bunch of grapes.
Yeah.
4 bunches of grapes on his head, but he keeps being a leader. I don't care. I don't think Coach Marley's going to care what he does with his hair.
Whatever you want to do, man.
Got a little that Dennis Rodman. Remember Rodman used to do a lot of stuff with his hair?
Oh, boy, yeah. He did a lot of stuff. Yep. Golden Lions, though, move it up the court. Jameel Wilson with the bucket. Hopes fans remain on their feet. We're hoping Blackshear was going to put it in the hoop there.
One of the rare turnovers there by the Lopes and led to an easy opportunity. Golden Lions, like you said, got that ball and raced into the front court, got a chance to score, probably their easiest score they've had tonight.
Dawson Blackshear's face. Johnson back to Blackshear. Oh, he's picked off. That's back-to-back for Blackshear. Get a little sloppy.
Oh,
Near side, wide open look. Doss. Oh, they could have really came out on fire, the Golden Lions. If they would have had that three, it would have been a 2-point game.
Lopes got to pick it up. They might have been watching Disney movies at halftime. Lack of concentration that they had coming out of the locker room. Can't afford another turnover on this possession.
Labor underneath, moving. Big right hand doesn't go. Yeah, it's hard to believe that Marley would let him watch a Disney film.
No, I'm sure they were watching
the Love Bug.
There's a turnover. So, Labor on that last hook shot. He got the ball in good position, and he tries to move to an open spot on the floor to throw that right-hand hook, where I think he should just be going right up into that defender's chest and just challenge him to block the shot. Get that body contact. Maybe you get that foul call, and he's a good foul shooter. Go to the line and make his free throw.
Finds Labor, finds Blackshear. Stopped and foul there. Morris.
Yeah, big block at the basket that time, but Labor does a good job. Excuse me, Blackshear's the one who does that nice job of getting that contact. I was just talking that Labor should be getting. It takes the 5'10", 155-pounder to go inside and draw some contact.
I notice he's got the 4 clumps there, as you call them, grapes. I'm not sure if Javon will appreciate that, but he's also got a little bit of just a random 2 in front there.
Oh, yeah, great camera work. I didn't catch that earlier. 4 points, 2 boards for Blackshear. He keeps getting these double-doubles like he had at San Diego State, where he went for 14 and 10. Like I said, he can do whatever he wants with his hair. Who'd they get here? Johnson? Yeah, Carlos Johnson away from the ball. He's first. These Lions have been banging Johnson so much on that offensive end. He decided to dish out a little of that punishment he's been taking. Inbound. Wilson. Lined by Blackshear. He's going to come way up. Doss over in the corner. Moves towards him. Now he's going to cut back in. Banyard looks for 3. Off the rim. Blackshear. Ooh, lost it a little bit. He's able to rally. Jenkins did a nice job fronting the post so they couldn't make an easy entry pass in the low block. Carlos, a long 3. Yes! Carlos! A big smile from Carlos Johnson on that one. He needed an outside shot to go. He was 0 for 3 from behind the arc before the freshman Blackshear, he gave it up, and Blackshear said, no, I'm going to give it right back to you because, dude, you're wide open. Don't be afraid to shoot it. Wilson near side, Doss, bounce pass inside, losing it. Banyard back out though. Wilson. Oh, Doss. Oh, I saw that coming. That shot went up, and Doss, like a gunshot, went straight to the basket to follow up that miss. That's what we haven't seen the Lopes. We haven't seen the Lopes get many we haven't any second chance points in that first half. They got to start getting some second chance points here in the second half. They off the mark by Jenkins. Jenkins saw Carlos Johnson. He saw Carlos Johnson knock down a 3 the trip before and said, hey, I can shoot it from out there behind the arc too. Ooh.
Doss. Looks like Morris, though. Morris.
It's tough. I know Morris and Doss are such similar body types, and the 21 and the 23 throws you off a little bit. And both of those guys are aggressive offensively going to the basket.
Thank you for having my back on that one. 10 points for Doss, 4 of 9 from the field, 16 points for the rest of the team, 7 of 21. Upcoming schedule for GCU coming up. As we bring you the BSN Sports, the heart of the game athletic calendar, Montana State here on Tuesday. Women's basketball travels to Montana on Tuesday. Then the WAC women's volleyball tournament, we heard from Coach Nolan in the pregame show with Kate, starts in Orem, Utah on Thursday. Men's and women's swimming at Purdue, and then the men will be traveling to St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. The Paradise Jam, their first matchup against Valparaiso. I'm sorry, but that's kind of an easy way to go. I mean, those are just basically your PJs. I mean, you go to the game and you could go straight to bed after the game. I mean, that's just...
Is that Monsters, Inc.? Is that who they are?
Yeah. Sully?
Sully. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I have no idea how
you
I
don't,
thought
you're
of
not
that,
appreciating that? That's got to be hot,
I appreciate it.
They got to
it's
be
not like
hot,
they didn't put
that
in some
thing.
sort of an effort. But I'm just saying, you know, you step into it, you zip it up, and you just go right back and go to sleep. Okay, here again with the...
Some of these I'm not recognizing.
No, I'm not recognizing. There's Christmas Story. What was that when he was in the bunny costume on Christmas Story? I don't think that's a Disney film.
I don't know that one.
We're taking some liberties with the theme tonight, folks.
Hey, some of these guys just like wearing the PJs.
That is what it is, a penguin? I'm not...
Yeah, that one's got me. I don't know.
Monsters Inc. 2 or?
No, that's Frozen.
That's Frozen,
That's
yeah.
that little snowball.
I'm not really sure what Disney film this is from.
No,
this is not a Disney
that's
film.
That's not the G-rated films I use, so I don't know what those guys are doing.
Wow.
They're having some fun. I love these crazy kids.
It's crazy, wacky kids. 34-26. Laquan Morris.
I got a chance to talk to one of the assistant coaches for APB before this game, and he was really telling me to keep my eyes on Baynard. He thought he was going to have a big one tonight, but Lobes have kept him relatively quiet this evening. But that's one of those guys, one of those sleeping dogs who can go, you know, half the game, 2/3 of the game, and then if you're not paying attention to him, you take your eye off him, all of a sudden he bites you.
6'8" junior from Milwaukee, Banyard. 8 points, 5 rebounds against Gonzaga. Oh, open seam there, Labor to Johnson.
Wow, that was a great cut along the baseline and probably a better find by the 7-foot Labor to deliver that pass right along the baseline past 2 defenders.
Banyard, far side. Boyd picked off Brown. Oh, can't pick it up.
Brown got the deflection, and he thought he could get it and then throw it all in one motion to ignite the fast break, but didn't really corral that one, and it squirted off out of his hand. But you got to appreciate the effort.
15:58 on the clock, timeout on the floor. 36-28 is the score. Lopes on top of the Golden Lions. Hold.
I'm Andrea, and I'm earning my PhD online at GCU. Pursuing my PhD online at Grand Canyon University is a huge investment into my future. I'm also learning critical thinking and problem-solving skills that I can apply to every facet of my life. When you are working, going to school, balance is key. I really try to practice what I preach to my students. As an online faculty member, I stress the importance of time management, and I demonstrate that by example. A Christian worldview is important to me in all facets of my life because it is a huge part of who I am. And I want to make sure I'm demonstrating that not only to my students, but to my children. I plant these seeds that when they're older, they're also demonstrating God's love through service. GCU's community is welcoming, whether you attend on campus, online, or in the evening. We are all one big family.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
GCU men's basketball is brought to you in part by Sanderson Ford. The best play in a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. By BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. And by SRP, delivering water and power. 36-28 is the score. Turned into an episode of Glee here during the break. For every three-point shot that GCU makes, Canyon State Credit Union will make a donation to the Students Inspiring Students Scholarship. For more information, go to giving.gcu.edu. You've never experienced GCU basketball. The games are fun, no doubt about it, if you're a college basketball fan coming out, but part of the fun is these havocs. 3,500 strong. Big family entertainment here at GCU Arena. Doss takes it from Morris, steps back. Number 16 to go. Doss with a long three. That's heavy. Blackshear with the easy. Rebound, brings it up. Careful, picked off. Blackshear getting a little sloppy with those passes up high. Blackshear able to get enough on it. Out of bounds, it'll belong to GCU. Doss kind of hit hard there.
He went down real hard. I think Carlos Johnson may have got up underneath him a little bit as he tried to get that high pass. Unintentionally, of course, but Doss did get the worst of it. He pops right back up. Oh, it'll be 20 again.
I take 30. 30.
Yeah, you were talking about Blackshear, though. You three passes in this second half that he'd like to have back. They were unforced errors.
We got a tip on that, did Morris, but Laver out-muscled. Foul's going to be called, though, on Robert Boyd.
Second team foul.
One more time, Jenkins just gets his shot blocked, and it just happened to go right to where Laver was at. It almost looked like it was an entry pass into the post. Laver was hacked.
Jenkins, look down low. Lets to go back out to Blackshear. Look down low again. Oh, Grimes. Driving the Lions, make them pay.
How quick is Doss to the other end after those turnovers? That's just a basic basketball 101 in that zone defense. You can't pass a direct pass. You got to make a bounce pass or a two-hand overhead pass against that zone defense, because everybody's hands or arms and try to make that straight pass, you're going to get that deflection.
Nice move, baseline drive, Carlos Johnson.
Now you want to attack a zone defense, you got to do it with the pass or the dribble. On that time, Carlos Johnson got that ball from the strong side to the weak side before the defense has a chance to reset itself. Just drive it straight to the hole. Now Lopes has got 10 points.
Leaves it there. Nice feed to Terrence Banyard.
Trading baskets inside now, and Lopes got, Golden Lions get 2 buckets in the paint. Lopes got 1. See if the Lopes will go back inside, see if they can't get themselves another one down in that purple paint.
Johnson tries to drive baseline again, gets swarmed by the Golden Lions. Threads the needle, Laver in the paint. Looks for some help, threads it down to Grimes. Off of the paint and in, J.J. Grimes.
I'll tell you what, Ryan's a big, strong young man. He took his time down there, didn't panic. A couple black shirts around him, put that big right shoulder in there, used that strong left hand, and went up off glass to soften your shot. When you got a lot of pressure like that, use that glass to soften your shot. A little turnover there. Happy feet.
Banyard.
Still an 8-point game. It was 7 at the half. Lopes in 6.5 minutes have only been able to add 1 to that lead. So if you're then not Arkansas Pine Bluff coaching staff, you still got to be real pleased with where you are, because you hadn't played great. You're still within striking distance.
Underneath Alessandro Labor. No doubt about it.
Oh, that was nice. That zone defense has got a lot of holes. And the Lopes are stepping right into those open areas and getting that pass about 15 feet from the basket, and then they're turning and being even more aggressive, finding somebody down along the baseline.
Brown checked in for Blackshear. Turnaround short.
Just one more time, just catching that ball at the free throw line and dropping it right off. Was that J.J. Ryan? J.J. Ryan can play. He doesn't have a lot of firepower offensively off of that bench, but what he does do is he's a smart basketball player. He understands angles, and he hustles.
Inside, started junior. Morris. Doss trying to move on Johnson, step back. Bounces off the rim. It's going to belong to the Golden Lions. 20 on the shot clock. Laver and Johnson, 28 points tonight, 12 to 17 from the field.
Lopes up 10 now, 12:40 to play. This matches their largest lead of the game. Can they get a stop here? Oh, some miscommunication. Yeah, a couple guys pointing to each other as, well, I thought you had him. No, I thought you had him. And nobody picked him up, and he got a floater right down the center of the defense.
Morris with the bucket. Brown takes it back from Johnson. Inside. Rhymes, there's a foul on Rhymes.
Looks like Jenkins is going to get a little breather. He's been working hard out there, so they're going a couple guys off the bench here and go along with the 3 starters on the floor.
Yeah, that was a nice inbound pass. Johnson, turn around, rings around it in.
Flexing his guns underneath there. Carlos Johnson getting on that offensive glass. This might be the first 2 second chance points of the game for the Lopes. If I'm not wrong here, I think those were the first 2. Johnson on that weak side board.
Posey, Doss. To the far side, looks inside, tight traffic. Off the rim, loose ball, kicked back out. Morris looks inside. Doss turns. Johnson's on him. He's going to back up.
Yeah, I think Opo got a piece of that shot underneath.
8-7 driving. Doss off the glass. Not going to happen. Wow. Looked like that was money for Doss, but it just wouldn't drop.
He was shaking his head. Like, I normally make 90% of those.
Nice move. From the top of the key, Isaiah Brown.
Yeah, that looked a little bit better than Brown. I mean, I think he knew he was going to shoot a little push shot. One time he got in the air, he didn't know if he was going to shoot a jump shot, a push shot, or a floater. This time he knew what he was going to do with it as soon as he put the ball on the deck.
Doss being followed by Rhymes. Nowhere to go. The turnaround and nice bucket by Posey. Cameron Posey, the junior from Milwaukee.
Posey got poked in the eye, and towards the end of that first half, he was half blind, but he saw perfect clear on that one. Nice move by that young man.
Oh, nice pass underneath. Oakpo can't put it home. Good D by the Golden Lions.
That's where Oakpo's got to get, getting that weight room, start pushing that weight, because like we see Rhymes down there, he's able to finish. He's got a little more strength. Get Oakpo getting that weight room. Start pushing that iron around, he'll start finishing down there.
Cutting in. So it's Disney night. Who is your favorite Disney character? Is it Sully? They'll have more after we take this time out. Lopes lead by 10.
I'm Brittany, and this is Ask GCU. Hi, I'm Brittany Holwyn, and you should watch Ask GCU,
where we answer your questions every week.
And the points don't matter. Wait, what?
Tune in every week for answers to be questioned.
Where we answer your questions in a common... all right.
I'm a professional banker! Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
GCU helps you stay focused on staying purpose-driven. They give you the tools to find what your purpose truly is. Once I got out here, I kind of had an identity crisis. Walking around campus, I saw a flyer for something called Java Jams. When I first walked onto that stage, my heart was pounding, but I was able to find myself as an artist. My name is Joseph, and I earned my Bachelor's of Arts degree at GCU.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back. Kate Longworth here. Lopes with a 10-point lead with just over 10 minutes to go here in this game. And we're taking a look at the Purple Profs. That's right, Catherine, Sandy, and Gail, all professors here at GCU. Last year, attended the game here on Disney night. They started dressing up, and well, a tradition was born. So happy anniversary, ladies, because now they have been at every GCU home game. They're in competition with the Havocs, and they also brought their favorite Disney character to life tonight at the game, which sparked our interest because we wanted to check in with the GCU Lopes and see who their favorite characters are. Dan Marley telling me that Donald Duck and a big smile on his face, so clearly that brings him some joy to his life. And then Isaiah Brown buzzed in with Buzz Lightyear as his favorite character. Lorenzo, he said Aladdin is his guy. Carlos Johnson, I also had a chance to talk to him. He looked at me like, why are you even asking me? Obviously, it's Hercules. And then, of course, there is our crew, Never Wants to Grow Up, Scott Williams as Peter Pan, Barry as Woody, and I chimed in with the Rabbit Police Officer from Zootopia, Judy. But, guys, I also like the Minnie Mouse thing, because everyone thinks it's all about Mickey Mouse, but we know the truth, right? Minnie's in charge.
We all know the truth.
True.
Yeah.
Good point, Kate.
Up top, Morris. Oh, that was very nice.
They drew that up nicely
did.
coming out of that timeout. Caught the Lopes sleeping on that backside of the defense. They tried one earlier and they got fouled. This time they got it home clean.
Touche.
Kind of changed up their zone a little bit too. They've gone more into a more 1-3-1 zone defense to give the Lopes a different look, but didn't fool Laver.
Laver stops and pops. About 15 or so.
Yeah, trying to take away that middle. The Lopes have been doing damage right on those letters in that painted area, but look at those numbers for Laver now. 9 for 12 from the field, 20 points.
Doss, far side, Wallace.
Nice job controlling the defensive glass. Let's see if Laver can operate again just on those elbow areas. It's kind of taking away the center now. There he is again, catches it again, right up those numbers, hard to the hole.
Oh, he doesn't go for Laver, but he's fouled.
That's a great pass. It zipped it right down that free throw lane line to Laver, and he showed good hands for the big man to handle a tough pass through some traffic. And once he got it, he didn't panic. That time he gathered his strength, got his momentum going towards the basket, and got that contact.
Laver coming in 80% from the line, 2 of 2 tonight.
In the ballgame for the Golden Lions, number 12, Terrence Vanguard.
Thunder had a wardrobe change at halftime. He came out in the Peter Pan look, which I could appreciate.
Wow, yeah.
And then now he's come back, as the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. That Beast has been Laver on that floor tonight. He's been an absolute beast. There's been no answer from the Golden Lions on what to do with that animal. You stop talking because the crowd stops talking to you. I'm almost afraid like they're all going to turn around and look at me and chastise me for talking during the free throws. When our Lopes are shooting free throws, it gets deathly quiet in here.
I feel like I should be doing a golf show.
Laver at the line. Oh no. Boy, did his head hit the floor hard. Oh, he's popped back up. I tell you, like I said, it'll be 20 again. He goes down hard here. And, he got hit. He got hit in the head. His head didn't hit the floor. He got an elbow upside the head, and then it went down hard on his backside. But
are they going to look at it?
Oh no, they're not going to do that.
I think they are going to look at it.
That's my pet peeve. The guys are just playing basketball. There's nothing intentional
There's
about
3 guys. You saw it, right? You saw what happened, man. Lopes 10 of 11 from the free throw line. Johnson here in the second half, 9 points, 4 of 4 from the field. There's Brown.
Yeah, I don't know if Brown was, he's trying to swipe at anything, trying to get some ball, trying to get some arm, trying to take an intentional foul. There's nothing, I think, flagrant or malicious about
Brown
it.
Did. I mean,
and he got a lot of ball. Yeah, he got a lot of ball. He just got a little of his dreads,
just
too.
Couldn't get his feet underneath him. He bounced right back because that left leg also kind of got caught up, too. 50-38, the Lopes here in the second half, trying to get their first win of the season. Hope to see you here at GCU Arena on Tuesday. Montana State will be here before the Lopes travel on the road to St. Thomas Virgin Islands for the Paradise Jam. Tonight's the most points for Ollie Laver since that San Diego game I mentioned on the 29th of December last year. At San Diego was 27. That's his 14th career 20-point game tonight. And we are 8:39 left to go.
Laver's got 14 20-point games in a GCU uniform. Is that what you just said?
Yeah. Josh
That
Hauser.
is impressive. I don't think I had that many in 4 years at North Carolina.
Some other guy was taking all the shots when you were there.
Well,
selfish player he was.
Well,
23 guy.
I didn't play with Jordan in North Carolina, so I can't blame him for my lack of scoring at the college level.
I thought you played with.
But he shut me down.
Chicago.
He shut me down with the Bulls. Yeah, he and Phil Jackson.
He stifled your pro career, is what you're telling us.
That's right.
Yeah. So who took all the shots when you were there?
Oh, Kenny Smith. And
I've heard of that
J.R. Reed. Those guys were ball hogs.
Oh, Jordan's much older than you. Brown. Oh, just off the rim.
That's a good look for Brown. He came out on fire in the first couple games of the season, but hasn't really ignited the way he did against Davenport and Illinois. Looking for him to get back on track offensively. Nice move underneath.
Bell with a nice move by Laver. 7:45 and counting. 10-point lead. Lopes haven't been able to blow it open here. As Coach Miley said, he'd be happy with a 1-point victory here. Get some positive mojo going.
I think he'll be happy the way his offense is moving that ball around too. And there's a decent shot there, although fading away from the basket. He got himself a 10-point lead. They can work it around. Try to get these buckets that are assisted.
Bell's shot off the mark.
Let's see if Blackshear here in his final 7 minutes can lead this team to a victory.
Johnson from the corner. Bam!
That was a nice quick pass there. Blackshear gave it up to J.J. Rhymes, and he moves the ball really well. Nothing sticks in his hands. He just catches it and moves it to the open guy, and that open guy was Johnson for the corner three.
Bell looking inside to Banyard. Banyard trying to move by Laver, and does. Goes left-handed off the glass.
I talked about Banyard.
Yes, you did.
We said that he's going to get it going at some point, and that was a sweet move. I know Laver doesn't want to pick up a foul, but could be a little bit more aggressive now. You don't have many fouls, he turns it over.
Yeah, I got a little tip on that. Picked off Wilson. Wilson takes it. Not going to drop. Blackshear was there defending. Probably enough.
Can I say that Blackshear put his body on him?
Sure, why not?
155 pounds of muscle. He says you will not get an easy look. Made it tough.
Swarming Laver. Blackshear were able to provide an opportunity. Johnson, long distance. Laver climbs up for it. Foul.
Oh, nice job. Laver going to the offensive glass here in the second half.
53-42 is the score.
Go back to this one more time. Just a swing right down to the corner. Carlos Johnson, bang.
Time out on the floor. Johnson with 12 points, 5 of 6 here in the second half. Barry and Scott back with you here at GCU Arena, where things seem to be clicking here for the Lopes here as they try to get one in the win column.
Yeah, they really are doing a nice job offensively, even defensively as well, making it tough on the Golden Lions to get their offensive rhythm.
They're working the zone well, high-low. They're moving the ball around real well.
I'm impressed because their zone offense has not been so good in games past, but tonight they have seemed to found the right recipe. They're getting this ball just below that free throw line area and putting so much pressure on the back line of that defense. They got no answer. High-low every time. Everybody eats once that ball goes below that free throw line. And I just like the unselfishness because, hey, a 14 to 15-foot shot for any of those guys is a good shot, but they know they can get a better one by moving it down there. So on 20 field goals for the Lopes, they got 17 assists to just 8 for the Golden Lions.
We've talked about J.J. Rhymes, too, his 6 assists tonight, most by a GCU player this season. As I mentioned earlier, next Tuesday, Montana State comes to GCU Arena. Kate will have the pregame show at 6:30, tip-off 7. Hope to see you here at GCU Arena. Come on out. Great family-friendly entertainment at GCU Arena. I-17 in Camelback, or you can tune in. Fox 10 Extra.
Tickets are hot. I got people calling me for tickets in January for these games. They're like, "Hey, you got tickets to that Mount St. Mary's game?" I'm like, no, those went a long time. The Illinois game, they went fast.
Illinois, long gone.
I'm like, I'm already moved into January.
Conference play. This place to be rocking for New Mexico State.
Oh, sure, yeah. Who's the home opener for the conference play? Hey, I forgot. I got that one. So I know it's January 4th. I can't remember who it is, but it seems like the Havocs, they get all of this time here in the holidays to get fired up. In fact, Kate Longmore's family took advantage of my tickets tonight. They're sitting down there behind the Lopes bench, enjoying this one. Got the boys with her tonight. There they are. Good-looking crew. He already knows how to do the Lopes up and everything.
Lope and training.
Teaching them early.
Yeah. Good-looking group.
All right, 12-point lead with 6 minutes to go. And buckle up. I think this might be a wild ride down the stretch here as the Golden Lions are going to do everything they can to try to extend their pressure defensively and see if the Lopes will crack.
Looks like Laver is going to be called. Got an elbow up. Coach Ivory.
Coach Ivory. I was reading about Coach Ivory. He's going into the SWAC Hall of Fame for coaches here.
Mississippi Valley State alum. Led the team to that SWAC championship his junior season.
Oh, the Blackshear with another steal.
On the run, Blackshear off the glass.
Perfect time. Got that ball and took off to the other end. He is so fast. He must go from end line to end line in under 5 seconds.
Doss far side. Drives into the paint. Goes up hard. Doesn't go.
Look, Doss was trying to take that rim home with him. Man. He said he wanted a little souvenir here in Phoenix.
Drill it right through the
hardwood. Look at this one more time. He went up and cocked that thing way back behind his ears to try to bring that thing home and with him. Look at this Blackshear, though. Hey, Blackshear says, hey, you just got to get 2 points.
Yeah, just
if you can't dunk, use the glass.
Yeah, give it a kiss. Oh, Rhymes getting greedy going down the waiver. Got picked off. Doss brings it up. Oh, foul called. Brown.
But again, like you were commenting in the first half, that's only the 6th team foul here for the Lopes, so it's nothing but a baseline out of bounds.
Oh, but that hurts.
Oh, my goodness. Sean Doss is a player. I don't care. I know this is a smaller school. You can put Sean Doss on any roster, any D1 team, and he's going to play.
15 for Doss. No quitting Coach Ivory's team.
wanted to see the McDice kid, one of my former teammates. Antonio McDice's kid plays for the Golden Lions.
Foul underneath on J.J. Rhymes, who's going up. Posey called.
Tell you what, J.J. Rhymes had a nice game tonight. He's just done a little bit of everything. Nothing spectacular. It's not like he's in double points in scoring, but he's got 5 points, 6 boards, and 6 assists coming off your bench. And that's a solid contribution off your bench. And even though some of those, I mean, he's got credit for 6 assists. Some of the ones that he's got, he's just been like a facilitator of the offense where he gets it, moves it to the next guy who moves it to a guy, and it leads to a basket. That's a hockey assist, Barry. I don't know if you know anything about hockey, but that's called a hockey assist, where you get the pass that leads to the pass that gets the assist.
Is that what that is?
I'll just play with you. I know you got all them years of covering those guys on the ice.
It's a lot warmer in here. That ice could be a little chilly. How about Carlos Johnson, though? He kind of committed that foul there off that missed free throw. Although it doesn't convert for the Golden Lions. 4.5 to go.
I'll tell you what, I would have thought they'd come out of that zone defense now. I thought they'd come out and try to put a little bit more pressure on the Lobes, try to make them shoot a little faster as they're down by double digits. We're creeping down to that 4-minute mark. Trying to trap, but the zone defense is going to get them beat.
Isaiah Brown! Downtown Brown!
Yeah, he was from downtown. Brown beat him on the defense that time. That corner pocket 3 is something that these Lobes practice on a daily.
Morris. Back out, Harrelson. Vanier. Doss, look out. Right hand heavy. Put back, though, by Vanier.
Vanier, he's got a nice second half. He's driven the ball in the basket a few times. He's followed up some shots. He's got himself a dunk, so he's waking up. But again, at zone defense, you're allowing the Lobes to come down and take so much time off of every offensive possession that you don't have enough minutes left on the clock, even if you do get a stop.
Rhymes. Oh, look at
was that Doss? Was that Doss that grabbed big fella's arm as he tried to go up with it? He wants the rim. He wants Laver's elbow to take home with him.
Like Toy Story. Mr. Potato Head missing an arm.
Let's actually do it right.
Hi guys, what's up? Have you guys ever heard of Ask GCU?
I have heard of it.
I have before, yeah.
What is your favorite Ask GCU episode?
Well, I should go to GCU. Probably the best food place.
You know, we all love food. Yeah. So probably that episode.
What's the best way to drink a stampede?
Go-karts.
What is your favorite Ask GCU episode?
All of them.
Yeah, thank you.
My favorite episode is probably where they asked about the Chick-fil-A line.
The breakfast one's pretty good.
The one where you guys talk about the best places to have breakfast on campus and everyone said Chick-fil-A.
That's the best breakfast I've ever had.
The Welcome Week episode.
The Welcome Week one, that one's really clutch.
The Welcome Week, where Brittany jumps around into people's cars and asks them questions. Remember, kids, don't get into people's vehicles.
I just really like you guys.
I just like it when you're in it.
You too.
Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
Well, the current Lope squad has a 60-47 lead over the Golden Lions, but the future is bright for this GCU squad. The Lopes in November have already signed for next season. This is an early signing period, very exciting to get high schoolers, Liam Lloyd, Chance McMillan, Rashad Smith, Quincy Urbina, all on board. You'll see right now all over the United States coming here. Dan Marley making a name for this program, and people want to play under him. And what's so exciting is we also have been talking about this current team and the bright stars in the future out there. And one person we've been saying we got to see him turn it up, Alessandro Laver. He was, of course, our leading scorer in the first half, which was brought to you by the Streets of New York Pizza. And he continues to go on right now, a tear. And coming up after after the game, I will be on the court to talk with Labor about what was fueling his success tonight. Guys, we've been talking a lot about the player-led leadership that you have to see on the court. Have you been pleased with what you've been seeing? Because I feel like we've been a broken record, whether we've been talking about it on the air or just privately when we've been preparing for these games. We've been wanting to see someone step up, and Labor's name comes to mind a lot, going out there to do that. And oh, by the way, guys, we know athletes, I'm talking to you, Scott Williams, can be kind of creatures of habit or get a little superstitious, a little crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm just noticing that Labor a little lighter tonight, no facial hairs. You better believe I'm going to ask him if that's what led to this turnaround we're seeing out on the court.
That was it.
Clean shaven, huh? I like that. Well, his game is clean tonight. Look at those numbers, 23 points, 9 of 12 from the field. What a nice job. In fact, we were talking about Blackshear and Jenkins and saying how well that they've been playing, but it was Labor and Johnson that night needed to pick it up. So those guys have done it tonight. The combined Labor-Johnson combo, 38 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. So there's some leadership there for you, Kate.
I like it.
The officials looking at that replay of Labor being pulled by the arm.
Shocker. You can't just create an intentional foul anymore. I mean, it's just reaching out, trying to prevent a bucket. I mean, that's basketball.
Yeah.
Go to the line and make your 2 free throws.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Labor, recipient of that loose ball, just couldn't put it home. Steps back to the line. 3:28 to go.
Why does Labor have a green mouth? Is that some sort of superstition in itself?
Not sure. These
I
are
had
some of
so
the
many
hard-hitting questions we
superstitions.
asked.
Yeah, I had so many superstitions. I couldn't remember them all. How about that?
Really?
So I finally one day just said, enough of this. I'm done with everything. I'm just going to go out there and ball.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I get too worked up over little things. I guess I was nerves, maybe. You know, when you're coming off the bench, you know your minutes are short. You don't want to make a mistake, forget a play, blow an assignment, so you're always, you know, maybe just trying to, your mind's overworking things too much.
I just know the one Marley has with the inside-out one sock. Even tonight, one of those dress socks is inside out.
That's bizarre.
I know, that's just crazy. I mean, of course, you had a lot. Players down, though, behind the play. Doss?
Oh, no, not Doss. He's had 2 nice games
I didn't see him
tonight.
fall there. The ball
serious.
went up the court. Jody Hackett's over there from the Lopes medical team. Just landed awkwardly, but he looks like he is in a lot of pain. Right knee is an early.
You're looking at his lower body?
Coach is holding that right leg. Let's take a look. He's up a little high.
I think he stepped on somebody's
I
foot,
think he
and he
did too.
grabs that left. Is it left heel? No, right heel. They're working on.
Oh, is he cramping?
Banging the bottom of the shoe. I've never seen that one before. Maybe he is cramping in his calf.
Yeah, we've seen that before. Dwayne Russell had some bad cramps as well. Jordy Hackett's gonna, from the Lope staff's gonna help Doss. Jordy Hackett doing it all here.
You know, we've had some visitors that come out here. Maybe they're not used to the dryness. They're not drinking enough fluids. They're not hydrating late in these games. And you know how hot this arena is on top of everything else. You get all these bodies in here, capacity every night. I'm always sweating through my dress shirt. They're gonna lose a lot of fluid. They're not drinking enough before the game. Once you get in game, it's too late. Young players out there, I try to tell you, you gotta hydrate hours before activity.
Well, let's hope that it's just cramping, because that could have been a lot worse. And he's a quality player.
Who was that 7-footer for Illinois that had the bad cramps? The 290-pounder. He was cramping up so bad he could barely get off the floor to dunk the basketball late in that basketball game. Look at this.
That would be Coburn.
Oh yeah.
Coburn.
I really like him. Yeah.
Kofi Coburn.
I heard somebody went on you at Twitter for pronouncing it incorrectly. They thought it should have been Cockburn. You had to correct them?
Yeah, you know, that's what I'm here for.
glad you laid into
It's
that.
embarrassing, though.
But you laid into
He was an
him.
Illini fan, and he did not know how to pronounce one of his own players.
Yeah, but you did it like in a sophisticated way.
I thought
you really
so.
scored. You cut him to the quick there. Yeesh, I was like, Barry, it's got itchy.
Some of the Illini fans were a little overwhelmed with our call. They apparently don't know that we're GCU broadcasters. Thought we worked for ESPN or something. Johnson!
I tell you what, we kind of lost focus of the game a little bit. And Carlos Johnson has not lost his focus. He has been solid through and through. A nice quality game defensively and offensively. I think early on the offensive game was lacking as he was trying to shut down Doss, but now he's got them both working. 17 points and 7 boards.
Banyard elects to shoot. There, Rhymes climbs up for the rebound.
I'll tell you, you need somebody to go get you a rebound. J.J. Rhymes, I bet the student body just kind of clears the halls when he's walking by. He's a big, strong dude.
7 boards for J.J. with 5 points. Keeping Lorenzo Jenkins on the bench. Brown, long range, good! Isaiah Brown!
Largest lead of the Lopes now, extending that lead up to 17 points. This one, they put it to bed a while ago, but you got to like the way they're finishing the game offensively. Sharing the basketball, and guys are knocking down shots. A little too much that time by Rhymes, coming up over the top, getting that foul, and that's going to be the 9th team foul, so free throws for the Golden Lions. Just one more time here. Nobody gets out there on that wing, and Brown says, you're going to give me 8 feet to size up this three-point shot. I'm going to take it.
.120 on the clock.
Now Brown, he's kind of had a quiet game, but look at the box score, and he's got 8 points tonight. I think that's kind of where if the Lopes are playing the way they should, with Laver and Johnson leading this team offensively, I think that's where kind of Brown should live. He should live in that 8 to 12 point range.
Banyard's going to be called for the foul.
I think when he starts creeping in that 20 to 24 point range, it should be if someone's really got themselves in foul trouble or they're really struggling offensively. But the way these guys are going tonight, keep feeding Laver. He's been aggressive all night long. Carlos Johnson's doing his thing. Blackshear should be in that 10 or 12 point range a night, guy. And you get those 4 guys playing well in that starting group. You got a J.J. Rhymes coming off of that bench, doing all the things that he does to stuff a stat sheet. Hold this thing together until you get into January, start getting some reinforcements.
Rafe Curtis sighting. Carlos Johnson takes the seat.
Oh, Rafe got in the game? Yep. I bet you 5.
He tries
gets up
a 3. Yeah. Posty.
Hey, Rafe loves that 3-point line.
Kind of tripped up there.
I'm kind of surprised Laver's still out there.
Yeah.
What's he doing out there picking up fouls? Oh, looks like they got a sub for him coming in now.
Marley's going to use the remaining 55.4 with a timeout on the floor to chat it up with Alessandro. He's got to really carry the load here. He's got to step up like he did tonight, especially for when conference play gets started. Strength of the opponent ticks up.
Pretty rude. Havoc's all got the keys out of their pockets and their backpacks and start jingling them while the players at the free throw line trying to concentrate on his free throws. Don't they know they're up 16? This one's over? There's under a minute to play.
They show no mercy.
Oh, take no quarter. Get no quarter. My goodness.
Banyard didn't care.
He knocked them both in. I'm actually happy he knocked them both in. That was hurting my ears, all that jingling of those keys.
It's kind of getting me in the Christmas spirit. Sleigh bells.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounded like. 7,000 pairs of sleigh bells.
Oh, Ethan Spry in the game. He wanted 3. Rafe is kind of eyeing him down like, Dude, that's my shot. Wiggins drive from Scottsdale Christian Academy. Morris kicks out. Bell quickly. Stop. Pop. Doesn't fall. Turnaround off the glass. Rings around and in for Morris.
Oh, that must be some grease inside that basket. All those balls that they're shooting keep spinning around the hoop. I don't think the Lopes will take another shot the rest of this game. They're still out there trapping it defensively, like the kid from Monmouth.
Morris probably put it up, blocked, but he picked it off quickly inside on the ground. Jump ball. Possession arrow for the Golden Lions. Cade Longworth's going to try to chat with Alessandro Labor near the end of this, at the end of the game, not near it. That would be awkward.
Oh, they gave the ball to the Golden Lions.
Yep.
They fought all in the final bell.
Up for Morris. He'll let it go. Final score, the Lopes win their first of the season, 67-54. As Marley said in the pregame show, he didn't care if they won by 1 or 40. They just needed a victory. And they got it here tonight to put an end to the early hemorrhaging the team found themselves in that hole 0-3. They get up in the win column, 67-54 over the Golden Lions from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Yeah. Labor with a big game. We saw Carlos Johnson step up. Two guys that we need to step up if you're Lopes fans.
Yeah, a better second half than the first half. I thought offensively they clicked much better in the second half and really did a nice job. They had a couple of sloppy plays where they were just making some passes, a little freshman mistake by Blackshear. But then once they got rolling after those first 2 minutes, they were off at the gates.
Let's send it down courtside. Cade Longworth.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Joined with one of the stars of the game. And Alessandro, how was the team able to go out there tonight and really establish Lopes style of basketball, taking advantage of home court tonight?
So we knew that we were going to play zone the whole game. So the game plan was just to pass the ball inside and pass it outside, create some good shots. And that's what we did. They were looking the whole game for me. And all my teammates were trying to pass me the ball inside.
Now, what was fueling your success tonight? You went out there, 25 points to your name, 6 rebounds.
I mean, I was just focusing on trying to catch the ball inside and score or find extra pass if they were double teaming.
And both you and Carlos Johnson really stepping up tonight. And since starting the season, Dan Marley has said he's been looking for that leadership on the court. What type of pride do you take in being able to go out there and help carry your team?
We needed a win, so somebody had to step up and try to play. We knew that we're not gonna be able to shoot threes, so we're looking inside, like I said before, and we just need players to step up and try to score the ball tonight.
And we have been talking throughout the broadcast that sometimes athletes, well, they can be a little quirky. Sometimes they'll do something to change things up, maybe get a little less facial hair when they take the court.
Definitely.
Anything behind that?
I mean, except shaving my beard and changing my mouth guard color. Just wanted to have a little switch, I guess, and trying to see what happened. I'm going to keep it like this now.
All right. Sounds good. Hopefully it'll produce the same results. Thank you so much for joining us. Go celebrate with the team. As we head to break, we find out that if you wish upon a star, dreams do come true. Disney night here at GCU Arena. The Lopes pull off their first victory of the season, 67-54 the final. We'll be right back with much, much more.
I'm Jeff. I'm earning my Bachelor of Arts in Christian Studies online from GCU. My biggest challenge coming back into school after taking a 15-year break was insecurity. Insecurity that I didn't know how to write a paper, I didn't know how to study anymore. The way that the program is structured, I can kind of grow into the classes, and that really gave me the confidence to be successful. I'm a working professional. I've got a job that demands 40 to 60 hours a week from me. Because of the online structure, I can still get things done. I can still have a life. It allows me to knock out courses when I can. I think my time at GCU is going to help me be a better father, be a better person, be a better disciple. I spent years thinking that I could never do this. So now, the fact that I'm about to graduate, I feel like I achieved something that I never thought I was going to be able to.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
GCU Arena 67-54. The Lopes victorious and get in the win column over the Golden Lions from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Barry Butel alongside Scott Williams. So glad you could tune into GCU basketball tonight. And this one was, they needed it. They knew what to do. They knew what to do in the zone, as Alessandro Laver said all night. They just wanted to feed it down low to him.
Yeah, they sliced that zone up. It wasn't Arkansas Pine Bluff's best effort defensively, especially in that second half. The Lopes seemed like they got whatever they want. They shot 52% on 13 of 25 shooting. It was really the Johnson and Laver show in this game tonight. 42 points and 13 boards.
Time now for our Canyon State Credit Union player of the game. Canyon State Credit Union committed to you. Who else? Alessandro Laver. A big night for the junior.
It was fantastic. He mentioned that his teammates were really looking for him, but I give him a lot of credit too, because he was making himself available, one by staying on the floor, not getting in foul trouble, and then calling for the basketball in and around that painted area, whether it was the high post or down on the low post. He did a nice job moving without the basketball as well. I love this one right here, because that was after he had banged him inside already in the mouth down low, so they backed up off of him, and he knocked down the three. And then all these around the baskets, the power game, the little smart, crafty moves down along the basket, give the ball up and then go right back to the basket, get yourself a bucket. I love that one right there. Oh, nobody on me. Right here at the elbow. Okay, I'll knock this down. So great job, 9 of 12, what we said. 47% shooting for the Lopes, and defensively, that's a great number. After giving up 55% to the Aztecs on Wednesday, they come down and keep the Golden Lions under 40% from the field.
20 assists and 9 for the Golden Lions. You know, when we talked about off the top of the show, the pregame show, we talked about Blackshear and Jenkins, but tonight it was about Laver and also Carlos Johnson, who chipped in with 17 points and 7 rebounds.
Yeah, I really like the job that they did. We talked about the 7 dwarfs out there kind of being funny about the smaller GCU team, but they really got on the glass and battled the Golden Lions. I think they had or were about even most of the game, so that wasn't a big disadvantage like they had been going. They had a foul dribble. Laver and Johnson able to stay on the floor a lot tonight. And then most importantly, they protected their home floor tonight. Yeah. And that's so important. These habits are always going to bring the energy if the Lopes also do the same. And I think they established their home court advantage once again tonight.
Well, they definitely rallied the ship. And as we found in the interview with Kate Longworth, you were right about the mouth guard.
Yeah,
he went green, and
I
he
noticed
changed up
that
the
right
color
away
of his mouth guard. And apparently, that's what he's going to keep all season, or at least as long as good times continue to roll.
Keep shaving and keeping that green, that lucky green mouth guard.
Well, this is obviously a big boost. You know, the team down, being 0-3, they're coming back. Things just aren't clicking. Now they have a little momentum, right? Something to build on as they welcome in Montana State on Tuesday.
Oh, Wynn does so much for that locker room. We talked about getting a little chemistry out on the road. They definitely got us. Played much better tonight. You know, played for one another with those 20 assists. And even when they weren't getting assists, guys helping each other off the floor, patting each other off on the back after a mistake. Nobody pointing fingers, nobody hanging their heads.
And another guy that you talked about, J.J. Rhymes, in this game, coming in off of the bench, kept Lorenzo Jenkins kind of off the floor, but JJ playing really well, was rebounding machine here tonight.
He really was gobbling up the glass tonight, but you know, like you said, he moves the ball well too. He's not one of these guys with the ball. Let me see if I have my shot first. No, the defense is on me. Now I'll pass the ball. He gets the ball. There's a guy open. He's got great court awareness, peripheral vision, and just moves that basketball to the open guy, and it gives him that extra tick and a half to be able to do something to make a positive play.
Now, you know, Blackshear may be a little bit off. Had a couple of miscues on some passes, but still really poised, still really finding a groove here in his freshman season.
I'm glad you brought him up, because you're right. It wasn't a double-figure scoring night for him for the first time in a Lopes jersey, but I thought he was absolutely fantastic with the 6 points and the 5 assists. Now he had 4 turnovers. 3 of them were kind of unforced errors, lost his focus a little bit coming out of the locker room. Young player's going to have some of that throughout the course of the season, but I thought he was solid again tonight.
Well, a solid performance for the Lopes. They'll be taking on Montana State on Tuesday night here at GCU Arena, as this will be the final home game on Tuesday before they travel to St. Thomas Virgin Islands for the Paradise Jam. That first game is underway against Valparaiso, but the Montana State team coming in here on Tuesday night to battle the Lopes. 6:30 pregame with Kate Longworth. We'll have the tip at 7 o'clock. But that'll do it from here at GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes beat Arkansas Pine Bluff 67-54. Please join us again Tuesday night. GCU hosting Montana State. But until then, for Kate Longworth, Scott Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Barry Butel, wishing you a wonderful Saturday night.